Hello, hello. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2025, our first show of the year. My name's Carlos. You're watching Last Night Productions. With me today, I got Christopher. I got my dad, Carlos, Samantha, Shelby, and Christian are returning. Hey, guys. And we got Christian and Ian. Yo, 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 yo. Today, we're reviewing, actually, this month, we're trying to review some of Arnold Schwarzenegger's lesser known films. Because we've reviewed Terminator, we've reviewed Commando, one of our favorites.
You guys
Predator.
did Terminator?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which one?
first one.
The first one?
Yeah, we still
Yeah,
got
we
to
still
do two.
haven't done the second one.
Yeah. But for this month, we're trying to focus on his lesser known ones. And we're going to start with 1999's End of Days. A story where this man, Jericho, he's down on his luck, probably on his way out, actually. We find him with a pistol to his head. He's about to take himself out. And he gets sent on an adventure to stop the end of days. He has to fight like the literal devil from stealing. I think her name's Christine, played by Robin Tooney in this one. It's one of his darker roles, more dramatic, a little bit more bleak on this one. He's taken on the dark arts, and it's not looking too good for him. We'll see if his 9mm can take care of it. Let's roll the trailer.
I've seen him before, in my dreams. He was never real, not until tonight.
There are things you never dreamed of. There's another world out there.
1,000 years you have awaited my return. Behold, you have failed.
The End of Days. Yes. We'll just jump right into it. Chris, what'd you think about The End of Days?
Oh, man, that sucks sitting right next to you.
Why?
Because I got to go first.
Oh.
I liked it. I enjoyed what I watched of it. Nothing against the movie, but I did fall asleep a couple times. It's just because I was like, oh, this is good. I'm going to get all comfy and I'll just fill out.
Those couches are comfortable.
They are real comfortable.
Right?
I think every time I've gone to your house to watch something,
Yeah.
as soon as I put my feet up on that armrest, I'm like,
Yeah, right? No.
I'm like trying to hide my eyes, so maybe you guys won't call me out for sleeping.
No. Whenever Matt stays over and he sleeps, he's like, dude, those couches are so nice. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Is that your first time watching it?
Yeah, this is the first time watching it. From the parts I seen, I liked it. Right off the bat, it gave me Lethal Weapon vibes. When he was like sitting there, like trying to kill himself.
That's
and
right.
I was
I
like,
totally
this is
forgot
like
about
hella
that.
Mel Gibson style. Fucking.
I totally forgot about that.
But and right now when you're playing some of it, I was sitting here, everybody's all conversating. I'm like trying to watch the parts that I missed. And I still missed it again. Like when he gets the speed, like I don't want to get to the end, but I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't paying attention. I was like, God damn it, I missed the end again. But no, it was there's some good action, good brutal stuff in there. I liked it. The devil's awesome.
There's some good kills in this one.
Yeah.
I think this was Dad and Ian. They were hyping this one up. They're like, End of Days, End of Days, End of Days.
We just got to kick out of it. We just got to kick it. It's going to be the end of days. Come on.
Oh, I had a
kind of story though. I like that story. You know, the guy down ready to throw everything in, and then he has to go and then somehow he just fights back to find what he needs to
redeem himself.
Redeem himself,
exactly.
or not even redeem himself. Just it might just be like a human nature that we don't die for nothing.
Yeah, find purpose. Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Chris?
Oh no, I was gonna say I used to have a little app on my phone that had like different Arnold sound bites, and I'd prank call people and use the sound. And there's a couple of things on here. I was like, oh, that's like I had no idea where it was from, but there was a couple that were in this movie.
When I got here, I was telling everybody he and I used to do that all the fucking
Oh,
time.
really?
And we tried to keep finding the quotes from this movie, and we finally found it. I forget how we found it, but yeah, I was like, okay, we finally found the movie.
Nice.
It was End of Days.
The one I wrote down was "Easy with the hardware."
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
yeah.
In the alleyway.
Yeah.
Sam, what'd you think about this one?
Oh,
Dad,
Good.
what do you think about End
Oh.
of Days? Why'd you pick it?
yeah, I really like this one. Just kind of what I said, is that the I like the devil part. I like the 666 part. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of
horror-y almost.
yeah. It's like a scary one, but it's a cop, right? And it's almost like a real life dude.
Mhm.
'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of people are in that situation still today, right? I mean, everybody wants to, they go through stuff, and then because I think he like lost his wife and kid. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not too sure why he lost them.
Was it a mob thing?
There was a hit put out on them. They were
Yeah.
assassinated or something.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
what it was?
because like he was
Okay.
like trying to like crack down on that mob.
Mhm.
And I think to get back at him, yeah, they killed his wife and kid.
Yeah.
That's what I got from that like kind of flashback thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I mean, and then also like the church aspect of it too.
Yeah.
how it corrupted the church, right?
Right. Yeah.
You that's always like, oh gosh,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Yeah.
Because I was raised Catholic, so that's like church things.
Yeah.
And some points, I'm probably like that because I'm a little bit here and a little bit there. Like I still unsure of religion.
Yeah. Same.
And that's probably where he was at too at that time,
Oh yeah.
going through that
Yeah,
movie. But
exactly,
it was
yeah.
cool though. I mean, he was able to do a lot of things. I like the helicopter scene from the
We got a kick
rooftop.
out. We got a kick out of that.
And then he was chasing it, wanted to be a priest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They put them on the rope. I'm on the rope. I'm chasing him on the rope.
Yeah. And I liked his drink from the beginning.
We
His,
kept talking.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were gonna talk about
Drinking the
we're
blender.
gonna make that drink.
Should've made it.
Gotta make that drink.
Should bring the blender
It's
out.
so
You
much
got the pizza,
It's
dude?
so much ingredients.
I
Like you
think I
gotta
wrote it
get
down.
Chinese food,
You wrote the
Coffee.
ingredients.
Pepto Bismol.
Half of a beer.
Yeah,
Pizza on the ground.
you got to drop the pizza on the ground, put it back in the blender.
I think I saw like a chicken wing too, just like the chicken wing
Oh,
bone. I don't know
God.
what that was.
Oh Jesus Christ! Ugh.
Yeah, that's a guy down on his luck, right? That's
Yep.
he's pretty low.
Yeah. Yes.
And you can't believe that people go to work like that. Like,
No.
He's a
Yeah.
cop, right?
Makes
In
me-
this one.
See, that's the thing. No, he
Yeah.
was a cop, but now he's not. We were trying to figure that out, right? Like, what the hell were
I
they?
think he was like a mercenary.
Yeah, he was once a
some,
cop,
like
and now he's not a
vampire.
cop, and he's
Oh, because he gets shot trying to protect the
the
Gabriel Byrne's character.
yeah.
Yeah, I
the
do like
man.
Gabriel. Yeah, I like the Gabriel Burns character.
Yeah.
He's
Because like I forgot about this, how like he's just a normal dude, and then the devil possesses him in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, the restroom.
Yeah, wasn't he like sitting down with his like wife or something? and
I
then
don't know
goes
if
to
that
the
was his
bathroom,
wife
gets
or just like
possessed, and then
colleagues.
never even sees that person again. He just comes out and
Yeah, well,
grabs that chick's boob
he blows
and-
it up.
yeah,
he walks
yeah.
out, he blows it up. Yeah,
Which
yeah.
how did he do that?
It's the devil works in mysterious ways. I don't know. Yeah.
Sam, what'd you think about End of Days?
I had a lot of fun with it. I really like that opening scene. I feel like a little kid. I like the opening scene where he's like gonna blow his brains out, and then his buddy walks in, and then it's like, life already fucking sucks. I'm gonna make the craziest milkshake. There's a lot of great scenes, like well, it's the end of the movie. Just a lot of things I think that were supposed to be serious that made me laugh anyway. Or every time they'd say the end of days, me and CJ would look at each other like, they said it.
Yeah.
It's in the movie.
I think we were talking about it. It has to be over 10 times. They say
It might be
End of
more, dude.
Days.
Yeah, it's
Over
it's a
10.
lot. Yeah.
There's 2 movies that came out this year or 2024 that are very similar where they have there's like a demon baby,
Right.
Immaculate, and then
The Omen one.
The Omen,
Yeah.
yeah.
the first Omen. Yeah.
I like when they're discussing it in the beginning of the movie and they're like, oh, there's a kid out there. We got to look up the names. Chris Christine. Like,
How do they find that out? Like Christ in New York, it's actually
Yeah.
Christine York.
Yeah.
That's her name.
He
Yeah.
puts on his detective cap.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool seeing him at like do like that kind of like he's like trying to solve a mystery. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about his acting chops? I've always heard that like they used to have to like when he was doing Terminator, they'd put the words off screen in front of him and he'd
Really?
read them.
Oh, I've never heard that.
No,
well,
you've never
maybe
heard that?
Maybe his
But I know
earlier
that was
films.
early
but
on.
he's a robot in that. You know, maybe that like kind of stemmed like, oh, he's not a good guy, but it's like he's a robot, you know, like he
Yeah.
can't really emote much. I think he's good in this.
Yeah, I think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
But do you think they have to like feed him lines all the time?
Well, maybe
or-
also the language barrier. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. I've never heard that. That might be true. I don't know. I think he does a good job in this. I don't know. I'm biased though. Like I'm a fan of his, like movie wise. So like,
Yeah, I love him.
yeah.
I think what kind of happens is they keep reshooting the same scene, and whatever's the best one, they just start taking those and putting all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
somehow every scene can kind of fly off of each other. I guess with the most perfect, however, recital of the lines.
Yeah. And I also always heard that he was really short.
I've always
But I
heard
don't-
that too.
Arnold?
Yeah, I've always heard that
Oh,
too.
hmm.
No,
He
I've
says
heard
he's tall, but
Yeah.
he says he's like 6'3".
because when he was governor, you know, worked with you know, state workers myself, and they say friends met him or they met him, and they said he was not as tall as they expected.
Oh, wow.
So
It doesn't say his height on IMDb.
he's trying to
Yeah, scrub the
I know
internet.
exactly
Yeah.
Maybe
the
Wicked.
section, yeah.
It's like where Tommy Wiseau's from. We'll never know.
Never know.
do you think it's a volume problem where he's tall but he's also wide? So he
Maybe.
looks shorter?
Yeah, his proportions.
Maybe every time he's in a hallway, you're like, is he tall or is he just wide? He kind of fills that hallway up.
6'2"? I don't know.
6'2"?
People say he's shorter than 6 foot that I've heard. I don't know. We'll have to meet him one day.
Oh, you're on Bing. Maybe go to Google.
Yeah.
Reddit has the ongoing mystery of his height.
Oh wow.
His actual height
Mm.
in 2015. But enough of height. Shelby, what'd you think about End of Days?
It was interesting for me to watch.
Oh wait, plug your mic back in. Sorry, just make sure it's plugged in. Sounds like it might have went out.
Oh, maybe it's
Hello?
Oh, no, it's
Okay,
on
we're
now.
back, we're back.
Hello?
You're good.
Cool.
Okay,
Gotcha.
cool. Yeah. So for both films, actually, it was the first time that I'd watched either of them, and the first time that I've watched any Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, really.
That's
yeah.
wild.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just never really like have, and my family never really did, but they were interesting, definitely. I guess I'm just gonna end up talking about both anyway, but I kind of can't help but see them as almost like, even though they're different directors, I was even looking, I'm like, were these the same directors? Because I noticed like a lot of similar themes, and
They came out like right around the same
Yeah.
time, didn't they? Yeah.
yeah, they did. And
Yeah.
so I can't help but kind of see them, especially with the similar like title, as almost connected in a way.
That's funny. Yeah, that's a good. I didn't think of that. That's a good point too.
Yeah, but I think he's interesting as an actor. When we were kind of talking about that, I thought it was interesting because there are parts of both films where I was like, yeah, I think he's pretty decent, especially for someone who's maybe an original background, wasn't really acting. And then other times, maybe more so in the other film that we'll get to, I was kind of like, some of the lines, especially in the beginning, kind of reminded me a little bit of Tommy Wiseau. Like, I think he got better, but there are just certain parts that were a little funny to me. But I liked the themes. I guess in both, just kind of seeing the connection. I liked that he is such like a masculine character and figure, but like actually, in my opinion, like a good role model. It's where like he has a tenderness and like a humanness, like when it feels sad to say, but like in a way where he's interacting with you know, the characters that are like his wife and his daughter. I guess that's more so in the other film with the 6th Day, but like just seeing him kind of be more human, because I feel like there's a stereotype of action movies where it's like, okay, he's really like, it's the strong but silent like archetype of men, and like men have to be like this and very tough and aggressive, and it's kind of nice that he just seemed very relatable and like human. And I think I was kind of thinking too, it's interesting that like, I feel like when people look at Arnold Schwarzenegger as a figure, even though he's Austrian, right? I believe I want to get it right.
think
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Austrian. It's like he seems very American. I feel like a lot of people view him as very American, and I think that's really interesting. And I think it's maybe because like when you watch these films, it's like you feel like just something very genuine about him, and something that just like I guess he embodies like a lot of maybe symbolism that people could see being tied to, you know, the US, America, of like or at least our ideals of being strong physically, but also like trying to be strong mentally and protective, and just helping to kind of have whatever the view of justice is in that particular world. So I thought it was really interesting. And then also the whole technology and religion, in both films, it's kind of like we're about to be in 2000, and back then there was like Y2K and kind of the fear of that, and you see this fear of like technology in a way, and how it can be corrupted, or how like religion can kind of be corrupted, and there's some people who, you know, try to stand up against that. So it's just kind of interesting to see how that manifested, or like how that was reflective of that time period.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. This one's very heaven and hell, old school stuff, and then Sixth Day that we were gonna watch was very futuristic. It says in the not too far future, so kind of good, juxtaposition on that one.
I like the point that you pointed out. I've never thought about it, but I totally do view Arnold as American, even through that thick accent.
Yeah,
I don't think of him as a foreigner.
Well, he's kind of the American dream, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like
I feel like he's talked about that too.
He came over here and, you know, did the bodybuilding and then became a movie star. Like it's kind of like, yeah, he's kind of the embodiment of like what we all kind of what solidifies the kind of cliche of the American dream in a way. Went into politics, became a governor.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just great because, you know, he's got such a thick accent, and it's like I don't even think of him as
same. Yeah,
like kind of like what is Christopher Walken? He's American, right?
Yeah.
But he's got such a crazy accent.
It's in the inflections, like the weird sort of like this, you know, like it's just random.
I think of Christopher Walken more as a foreigner than. Why does he talk like that?
He's from outer space.
It's maybe.
He's
really.
Yeah, come on, that accent. That's classic. That's classic New York. I would bet like. I don't have any money in my wallet, but if I had money in my wallet, I would bet that he's definitely there. We go, Queens. I'm from Queens.
Astoria.
And the way he dances,
he's good. He's a good dancer. Yeah.
What was that?
Fat Boy Slim, the weapon of choice. Yeah.
I do think like though, yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, now that I'm thinking about it too, he kind of, and what we were just saying with foreign and the kind of view of that, it's like I think the same thing for Jackie Chan, at least more so like around early 2000s, like he was really embraced too, I feel like, as American ideals in a way, and just like there's so much respect, and that's especially rare because like you can think and I guess this is sidetracking a bit, but it's like you don't really think or see like a lot of, even nowadays it's kind of crazy, like you don't see a lot of Asians or like Asian Americans even in like a lot of roles in movies or films, even if it's something that's like Karate Kid or something. It's like I feel like it's sadly rare.
That's about to change with Squid Games, dude.
Yeah.
Changing the.
What is that, Korean?
It is Korean.
South Korean. What's that? What was that Marvel movie? Shang-Chi?
Yeah, and they never put another Asian lead.
I didn't really. I mean,
I liked it.
It was okay. It was okay. I mean, like, I don't like. It was just like that's the lame thing. It's like if a movie doesn't do well, and it's like, you know, again, like an Asian or whatever. It's like it's like. For example, like it was okay, but it's like it has nothing to do with the fact that they're Asian. Like it's like again, it's like the story didn't click with me or whatever. But it's like, yeah,
it did seem like they were working with a different budget on that movie too.
Well, it came out like right after COVID, so I'm sure maybe that had something to do with it.
Because there was some of the like the special effects in there that I thought were like cheeseball.
Yeah,
I was like,
I don't really remember
this is, like,
much.
Supposed to be mainstream.
They brought back the Mandarin in it, right?
Oh yeah,
oh yeah, that's right. Him with his little pet thing with no eyes.
I think I remember that. Maybe I remember there's a part where he's playing dead. Spoilers if you haven't seen Shang-Chi. There's a part where the Mandarin plays dead. He's not actually dead. He's playing dead. Spoiler. I just ruined the movie. I'm sorry.
Christian, what'd you think about End of Days?
Well, I like the point you made about him being kind of like the superhero, but unlike Superman, you can't be Superman. He's an alien, I think, originally. But usually Arnold Schwarzenegger usually plays these like superheroes that are like everyday Americans in a way. They're fighting for the family. They're fighting for something. Also with the 6th Day, again, he was this kind of family man who stepped up and again saved the world from something that was happening. And in the 6th Day, not the 6th Day, in
End of Days.
in End of Days, yeah, he's saving the world from the apocalypse. I think the End of Days is capitalizing on that end of the world thing that was happening in 1999, and I guess just in one city alone, all of those manhole covers were flying off, and like only one city was somehow having the apocalypse. It seemed like
That was New York, right?
that was just New York. Yeah, that's usually where things happen. I think Ghostbusters also took place in New York.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's what Sam
really
said.
true.
Is this like Ghostbusters?
That's so funny. I didn't think of that. That's funny.
Yeah. And this was like kind of like an action horror. It kind of felt like where
Yeah.
the other movie, not to go too much into the 6th Day, it was more family oriented with some action, but it wasn't just always in your face. I feel like in the End of Days there was a lot more explosions, a lot more fire, a lot more gunfire and things like that, a lot more fighting. I think the guy who wrote the End of Days also wrote Air Force One.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
really?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I think that's the same guy. Marlowe, something like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's looking up fast.
Andrew Marlowe.
Yeah, he wrote Air Force One as well.
Harrison Ford, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's
off my
get up.
back.
Hollow
Get-
Man.
get off
Anyone?
my
Hey, wait. Can you go back?
Air Force One.
Has anyone ever seen Hollow Man?
Yes.
Dude.
No,
Kevin
the Invisible
Bacon?
Man. I think. is it-
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Dude, that's a crazy. We
Kevin
need to
Bacon?
watch
Full
that.
frontal of Kevin Bacon.
Hey,
we need to
yeah.
watch. We need to watch that movie.
Yeah,
Hollow
I don't
Man.
think I
I-
like the Hollow Man.
No.
It's
I
kind
remember-
of a fucked up movie.
It is a
dude.
fucked up movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's just
Yeah.
a skeleton.
I don't think it made any money.
I think it.
I
It
remember
like well, it
watching
probably.
that when I was
think
like
it.
8 or something.
I
like
think
that.
it did
I'm
okay.
like,
It just didn't make its money. I think it's really expensive to make because of the effects. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it just like it couldn't recoup its budget. We should do that sometime. That would be a fun one to review.
Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah,
Reminds me of the shark movie we watched.
Deep Blue Sea. It's that era, man. It's that like 99, 2000
yeah.
era.
So I think with the End of Days too, there was that. It was kind of heavy-handed with the religious aspect. Both movies kind of dipped a little bit into like what man should do, what God should do, the morals and ethics of at least in the other movie it was like technology and medicine, and in this one, it was driven a lot by the Bible. I guess you would say, yeah. And I was also raised Roman Catholic, and it was interesting that in this movie, the good guys like the cardinal and the popes and everyone at the Vatican, they were somehow in league with Satan and his friends, and they were all working together and possessing each other. Like, so it was funny that it was playing into that religious aspect, especially around that time when the world was supposed to end. So let's write a movie. Let's wait until it's 1999 so we can flip the nines around.
Oh.
I keep touching.
Did they unplug?
Oh, your mic fell out.
It's on
Oh. There.
No.
Oh, yeah, almost got it.
Is it this one?
I think you're back.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Hello.
You're back.
I am back. I keep
There you go.
waving my hands around.
You're back. You'll be back.
I am back.
Hey.
You'll be back.
Oh, but yeah, it was playing a lot
Yeah.
on the that religious thing happening at that time. Sorry, were you gonna say something, Chris?
No.
Okay.
I was side noting while you were fixing the mic.
Oh, you brought up the Pope. I think it's the same guy from Breaking Bad who's in the wheelchair with
Yeah.
the bell.
Oh yeah.
The uncle.
Salamanca.
You brought up Scarface.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Oh, he's in
been
Scarface?
Yeah.
Scarface, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'll share the screen just so everybody else can see it. Mark Margolis. Cool seeing him as the Pope.
Yeah.
Ding.
Christian, what did you think of End of Days?
Well, I watched this like 15 years ago with Ian because we were going through like an Arnold phase at a certain point in high school, and I didn't remember like anything about this movie, so I like something would come up and I'd be like, oh, that happened, and I was watching it as if I was watching it for the first time.
I felt the same way, kind of.
Yeah. No,
The same thing. I'm sorry.
no, you're how dare you?
I'm a bad man.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It's a cool movie. I don't think it's like super good of a film itself, but I mean it's like entertaining and stuff. You know, you got some classic Arnold bits like you are a fucking choir boy compared to me. A choir boy.
Used to say that all the
Oh,
time.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
That was one of the soundboard
Oh yeah.
bites.
Yeah. We probably had the same soundboard bite.
We might have.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You on albino
you
black
had it,
sheep
you had
or
it on your
something.
I had it
phone.
on my phone.
See,
yeah.
we were using like desktop
Funnyjunk.com.
browsers.
I had a
eBombs World, I think. Was it eBombs World?
It was one of the
Yeah.
Bombs World or albino black
Yeah,
sheep or
God,
something.
man.
It was
The
my
aughts, the
first
fucking aughts.
smartphone. Was like called like a Hawaii or something
Hmm.
from Metro, and I was like, well, I could download apps now. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell? And I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a time.
I think we have a video on YouTube of us using it.
Yeah, I think you've shown us that. Yeah.
There's a video of us.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah?
There's
We
a
just,
lot
we
of-
just keep saying end of days.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really cringe.
Yeah,
were
it
you
is-
using the
No,
song?
it's just
No, it's
it's
just us
Yeah.
saying end of
You
days.
are the soundbite.
We are
Yeah.
the sound. Yeah, we're a live action sound.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. What do you call it? Sounding board? I don't.
How do I find that?
Is it public?
Just insider joke
Oh,
or end of
no. Oh no. There we
insider
go.
joke vids. End
Ghosts
of
of
days, I
Christmas
guess.
Past right here.
Insider jokes vids.
I think it's joke.
Insider joke vids. End of days. All one word.
Insider joke vids.
There we go.
Colonel
Oh,
Sanders.
God.
Sanders.
Oh yeah, you sent this, right?
He sent the third one right there.
End of days.
There we go.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's us.
Okay.
I look like Snoop Dogg or something right here with that flannel.
Oh man. Share screen. End of days.
All right, let's see. Let's hear it.
To be the end of the days. 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 Our days.
Sounds like caveman or something. Jesus Christ.
You just
That's what the that's what the internet's for.
That's what I
folks.
think of the movie. Okay,
Yeah,
your turn.
exactly.
That's kind of what it was like. That is what it was like.
In a nutshell.
Well,
Well, he kept making that sound every time he made that. When it's supposed to be like a serious scene, and he's making sounds like that. And I'm just like trying to be serious. It's like I can't take it seriously when he's like, he's like getting thrown in the air and shit. And then it's like he punches the glass, like he punches the mirror, like all like slow and
That's
shit
right,
too. And
that's
he's
right,
like,
yeah.
it's like,
Spoiler alert, at the end he sacrifices himself on a blade and then he just lets out a
his death throes. That's so funny.
Oh, man. Ian, what'd you think about End of Days?
It's so tough going last. I feel like I've like everything has been said. Like what everybody said about Arnold playing like the down on his luck, dude. I really like that because again, you never see that with him. He's always like the larger than life, like Terminator or just
The Barbarian,
whatever they are, and Predator, that like elite force of like,
Commandos,
yeah. It's just cool seeing him just being a normal dude with like problems, depressed.
you should tell him about what happened on set with him and that.
Oh,
lady.
apparently
yeah.
he farted in the one chick's face. The chick,
Christine?
no, the other chick that's like
With the
her
piano,
sir.
she
her
pushed them
stepmom?
or-
Yeah,
Yeah,
her.
the piano or something
Yeah,
like that.
they were in their fight. I guess like they had to hold their position. He just farted in her face.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. Like I can't God, like
Oh, no.
we kept cracking up with that.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
After,
I was
after
trying
that
to look-
shake he had, that must have been foul.
Yeah,
Oh no.
it was very bad.
It's
But
not as
yeah,
funny as it should be.
yeah,
Her, it's
It's the
yeah.
end of days for her, huh?
exactly. Yeah, sorry about that one. But yeah, no, it's like no one talks about this. It's one of those things where like no one talks about this movie,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like fun to kind of just kind of out of left field, like the horror aspect of it. I like just this era. It brings back a lot of nostalgia.
Yes.
The grit.
yeah.
He was trying to be gritty, right? I mean, like
Kinda.
5 o'clock shadow.
darkness and,
Yeah. Yeah, and just we were talking about this last night. I don't remember that New Year's. I don't know. I have no clue what the fuck my family did, but no, it's just cool, like how that's like a plot element of it, because everyone thought computers were going to fail and planes were going to fall out of the sky and this, that, and the other thing, and it's just kind of fun. It's like a little time capsule. It unfortunately kind of dates the movie, but that doesn't bother me because again, the nostalgia factor. I totally forgot about the 999. It's Slipknot. If you're 999, then I'm 666. Yeah, no, it's just it's a fun one. Fun quotes, don't be such a pussy. Come on, like it's fun.
I
Yeah.
always thought the 666 then because it's 999 666. That was kind of.
I remember you said
It's
that.
kinda
You're like,
it's a little
no, yeah,
silly.
you called it out. You're like, that doesn't jive with me.
Yeah. I like I'm into like satanic shit and all. I mean I got like Satan on my thing here.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
From
yeah,
South
of
Park.
course.
South
you
Park
need to have
Satan.
Saddam Hussein as well.
I should get Saddam Hussein. Yeah. No, but yeah, I don't know. I thought the whole 1999 666 upside down kind of thing was like, yeah. I don't know.
It
You
was
can come up with
expected.
something more clever than that. I
That
feel
was
like
too easy.
It's a cheap move.
yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a fun rewatch. I was falling asleep as well. But again, nothing like Chris said, nothing against the movie. I was just very tired.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is probably my first time sitting all the way through it. My twin says dad took us to the theaters to see this one.
What?
We must have been like 4 or
Oh,
5.
I'm jealous.
I don't believe that.
I'm
I remember
jealous.
seeing it on home video.
If that's true, I'm jealous, man.
No.
I wish I could have seen
I
this
don't
in the
know.
theater.
Did you take us, Dad? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a
I
blockbuster. She might
think
be
we were just
misremembering.
too busy. It probably was a block.
No, you're thinking of
Blockbuster,
Phantom
yeah.
Menace.
Yeah.
That's what you went to really see.
Yeah. You
You
saw the
were
Mummy, right?
thinking
Dude?
of,
So you all went to see either your car broke down when you went to go see the Mummy or
Oh,
something?
yep.
Yeah.
The Mummy.
That was the same year.
Yeah, I do like that they took advantage of the Y2K setting. That's really fun. You hear the radio host talking to people. What do you think is going on? You think the
Yeah.
world's going to end? There's some really good kills with the devil.
Ooh,
Who's
yeah.
played by Gabriel Byrne, like we were saying. At one point, he wants the girl to come over to him, and his goon says, "Sorry, boss, she ain't coming," and he just punches his head clean off.
yeah.
That was
It's
good.
That was
crazy.
good.
I think it
Yeah.
goes through his face.
Yeah. It's like a super quiet scene. Nothing's going on. Everything's
Yeah,
chill, and he just
yeah.
blows his
That's
head
the
off.
thing.
Yeah.
The violence in this is pretty good too. It doesn't
Yeah.
pull any, at least for the most part, it doesn't pull any punches. Which I remember the Sixth Day. It's like PG-13, I think, and that I think always kind of. I think, in fact, we never really watched that one. I don't think we watched that one when we went through our Arnold phase.
No, we
Yeah.
That wasn't
I think
part
that
the
kind of
lineup.
put me off. It's like, fuck that. Like PG-13, like that's no fun.
Yeah, we
didn't
probably saw
realize
that
that
and we're
until
like,
too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because this one, like, in the train part, like, I think we saw it before we went live. Like, just punches the dude through the chest.
Yeah.
That shit's so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool. I agree.
Chris brought the sex scene.
Yeah, there's
Some
some
crazy
pretty
cool,
cool
morphing.
CGI.
kinda,
Yeah. Which I was talking to Sam, one of the new films Queer that Daniel Craig is in. They kind of do something like that as well, where there's a sex scene. And
It was the End
it's
of Days
morphing.
homage. They were
Yeah.
wanted to give props to End of Days.
End of Days was doing it 24 years
Yeah.
before. Yeah. That was pretty cool. I was like, is that hurt? Is that okay?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
That, and then there's the apple with maggots on it. It
Oh yeah,
appears with maggots.
it was
and
like
then
people
shows it
or
again, and
something,
there's
right?
like little people
Yeah,
squirming
that was
around.
crazy.
Yeah, pretty gross stuff. Choir boy. Okay, and then we got to talk about the
Oh yeah, about that part. Maybe they explain why or anything, and I missed it. But I know everything that she was seeing, nobody else was seeing. Why was he able to see that as well?
Yeah, he said, "Wait, I saw it."
Yeah, right.
Did they explain why?
Is it because he's at the bottom?
I don't know. That's a good point.
6 feet from.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're close to the bottom, you could start seeing
Maybe.
the demons.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
That
I
is
didn't-
kind of weird that he
I
could see
didn't. I
it.
didn't think of that.
Yeah.
He's lower than that pizza he picked up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yes.
Oh, what? So I don't remember what was the special, or why did they have to? Well, why did the priests or the Rome, right? The Vatican at the beginning, they wanted to kill her instead of try to save her. What was the deal with
Yeah.
that?
Maybe
you
it's
guys
like
remember?
I don't. Maybe one of those things is what not the prophecy, but like it's instructed in the Bible or whatever to do that or something. Like a sacrifice. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
feel like Shelby was touching on that even in like the good parts of the church, they have separate ideas as well. Like, hey, we could kill her, save
Yeah.
everybody.
Wait.
Or
don't-
we can, I think I
doesn't
wrote it down.
the one priest say that? He's like, you can't like
Yeah.
stop
Prevent
evil
evil.
by being evil or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's corruption.
Yeah.
So then what's gonna happen next? She's alive still. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they
made it.
they beat the end
We
of
beat the
yeah,
clock.
yeah. So
Did they?
By
was it because
seconds.
he sacrificed himself?
It was just keep the devil away.
Okay.
Don't let him have sex. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't let him get her. Because they were probably going for like a antichrist thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was supposed to receive the Antichrist. from
That
the
makes
devil.
sense.
Bring
Yeah.
Damien into the world.
Yeah,
This is
that
all
makes
for you,
sense.
Damien.
Yep, exactly.
But then I want to talk about the camera work. In
Oh,
this one,
I was gonna bring that up too. I think
Whenever the
I know
devil's here, we get like a shaky cam. I
Right.
think maybe like an earthquake effect. Maybe they're going
something.
for.
Yeah.
But that happens a lot in this movie.
Oh, like when he's traveling.
Yeah, the camera work is just up and down.
Yeah.
I was kind of getting dizzy. I was like,
Reminds me of Fight Club, which I think came out this year too. That like there's parts where Brad Pitt's talking and they do that in
Oh,
Fight
really?
Club. From what I remember. You know what I'm talking
Like the
about?
focus type.
Yeah,
Is that when he's,
everything
like,
else is, but he's
hallucinating?
like kind of in focus though, and everything else is like fucking
Yeah.
jittery and shit.
whoa,
Yeah.
I don't remember that. And then I also got to draw. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it was a good soundtrack. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, we
It was
were
good.
brought up. I had to
was
confirm
on it.
with Chris. Yeah, the
I
super,
like that
super
kind of
beast.
stuff. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that kind of
again,
stuff,
like
yeah.
you know the era. You know that era, there was some kind of Fred Durst singing.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Me
There
neither.
was
I
some
don't even know
song
if
in
it's Limp
there,
Bizkit or
and it
what.
sounded like Fred Durst.
Yeah, it's during the
voice.
sex scene.
I've
Oh,
never
really?
heard that song.
I never
before.
either. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's like maybe like he was like a guest vocals and it was another band because it
And
didn't
that's
really.
what I was
It didn't
thinking.
sound Limp Bizkity.
I don't know.
But
does
then
it
at the
have
same
anything on
time, you look
on the
up.
credits?
Can you go up?
That'd
You
be
can find it
interesting
on.
seeing what that's about.
Go click on the movie.
End of
End of days. Go to all topics and go back up. All topics in the right.
I think
And
it is Limp
then
Bizkit.
go down. Go to soundtracks.
It's definitely Fred's voice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it sounded
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
You
him.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
Composed by
with
Conrad
Jonathan Davis.
Kosher.
Oh,
Oh,
there's
that-
some Korn
wait.
in there. Yeah.
Jonathan Davis.
I feel the
Deck the halls.
Keep going.
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby.
Super Beast. Keep going. I think we're good.
Nat King Cole.
There we go.
Oh, Fred Durst, Leon DeMont.
So DJ, so maybe it is a Limp Bizkit song.
Oh, crushed.
Can you look up "Crushed"? See if Limp Bizkit "Crushed" if it comes up.
It was also one of the final scenes. They're about to sacrifice her in like a factory, and there's a light metal song playing, and I don't know if that was supposed to be like in the movie or if that was just for the audience.
It is the Limp Bizkits. That's so crazy.
Limp Bizkit, End of
End of
Days.
End of
Was it
Days.
just made for the movie?
It must
not
have
on an
been.
album?
That's so cool.
That is sweet. Limp Bizkit, Y2K. He was just in the new Y2K
Right,
movie.
yeah.
The Y2K connection. I was also drawing a parallel between Christine and the Devil's relationship to Nosferatu.
Oh, yeah.
In the new Nosferatu, he's
That's
like,
crazy. Yeah.
"You have to have sex with me." And the
Right.
Devil in this one's like, "Bro, you gotta have
The
sex."
part
with
on the
me,
train.
bro."
He's gonna fuck you, Christine. He's gonna
Yeah.
fuck you.
Oh, that sounds actually pretty interesting because with Phantom of the Opera, he wanted to have sex with the woman too, who I believe was also named Christine.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It's
That's
always
crazy.
It's always Christine. Yeah. How
That's
interesting. And that happened at the
crazy.
same time. I think Phantom of the Opera came out in 2000 or 2004, somewhere around there.
I just know the Lon Chaney one.
The 2000s.
Yeah, this one was Gerard Butler.
Oh, I remember that
Yeah.
one. I've never seen it,
That's
but
really
I
good.
remember. Yeah, that was probably like 20 years ago, around that time. Yeah.
2004, 2005.
Yeah, that sounds.
So again, you have this
2004. Here we go.
evil character who has to sleep with Christine.
Yep.
That was cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Word.
This is a good one. Dark. I think you guys were saying that you overall enjoyed Arnold's acting. Watching these two films, Sixth Day and End of Days, I don't know. I'm starting to question it. I'm starting to
Oh,
question
really?
the acting. I don't know if I took him seriously in the series.
But is it because? But it's
role.
because is it because I kind of get you. You can't just remove that it's Arnold.
Maybe that's
I think
it. Yeah,
I can get that.
trying to see him in the serious role.
Yeah.
When he it's the final act, the devil's coming, you got like 3 minutes left till midnight. Arnold gets possessed, and we get this cool shot where he turns and he gives the look. He's like, "No, you're coming with me." I'm like, "Oh shit, he's possessed. Maybe he could pull this off. Maybe he could actually play a good possessed person." I don't know if I got that performance that I really wanted. I don't know if I got mean Arnold, like devil Arnold. It's
Oh,
just,
at the end, do you mean?
yeah, just a little serious look.
It might be
That's funny.
maybe he doesn't quite have like the range, I guess you could say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be the,
Probably
that,
not.
that could be the case.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
It's not there.
Oh, it's not. Sam, twist that knob.
What do you mean? Like this one?
Right below it.
Just take
That
it
one,
out and
yeah.
plug it back in.
Okay, try it now. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, we're
okay,
back.
there you go.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
grab it right here from now on.
It's not like I guess that he's bad at acting per se. It's just he's not he's not like the most seasoned actor, and maybe it's also the direction that he was getting, or maybe
Yeah.
so it's like there are times where I feel like it's kind of two modes. It's like serious or it's kind of like lighthearted or whatever, but it's not really like a full range maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one of his selling points is that he's charming. So even if he can't play
That's
the,
a great way to put it.
yeah, he can't play the line very well, but he
Yeah.
still comes across like a very human kind of person. In a lot of his movies, he seems to play like a family man or like a good guy.
Jingle all the way.
Yeah. And even in that, again, there's like a wife and a daughter, and he's always looking towards his wife and daughter with this like loving face. And I think that's what keeps, because even if he isn't a great actor, they keep putting him in movies. So there's something that he's got, you know,
right? Yeah.
that X factor that they're looking for.
Yes, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, there's no other Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't know if did you guys ever, I never seen this movie, but I've heard that he was actually pretty good in it. And it was Maggie. This came out in like 2016.
I never
His
saw
daughter's
that.
a zombie, I think.
I never saw
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I didn't sit through it.
Yeah.
No.
I've never
Yeah,
heard
it's
of
cool.
it.
I
Yeah, it's
forgot
good.
about that actually.
You like that?
I forgot
Yeah, I
that
watched
movie
it.
existed.
Yeah, I
Pretty-
watched it. It was good. It was
Yeah.
good. I mean, it was a good zombie one. He was, zombie apocalypse.
Because
Yeah.
I've been
Right?
wanting to watch an Arnold movie like after like he was like really big. I've never really seen
know,
that.
There's one
Yeah.
he did where he's like I think it's The Last Stand. I just watched it within the past few years. It came out like right when we were like getting out of high school, and I thought it was pretty fun. Johnny Knoxville's in it. I thought it was a fun
Oh
one.
yeah, is that
Did
a
you
small
see it?
town?
Yeah. And I think someone with like maybe like gangs or drug cartel or something.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty fun.
Did he again play like a hero who was saving his family, protecting his family?
I don't think he
He's
has.
like a
I don't think he
sheriff?
has a family in this. He's just protecting the small town.
The town's his family.
Yes,
No.
exactly. The township.
Oh, this looks familiar actually.
It was fun. I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty fun. It was cool seeing like an older version of him.
Last Standing Hero.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, that kind of reminds me then. Have you guys seen, I think it's called Gunther, where he plays an assassin who's being hunted by other assassins?
What?
Yeah, but
Wow.
he then is the assassin who's, so they think they're on his tail, but he's actually on their tail the whole time.
Huh.
And he's killing them one by one as they're trying to kill him. It's really good.
Killing Gunther.
What
That
is-
sounds
Killing
familiar.
Gunther.
What's that hairstyle?
I
That's
know.
cool.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Huh.
Nice.
How many movies has he done?
A lot.
Tons.
Christian, have you? Because Chris and I were talking about it. He's never. I think you said you've never seen it. The Running Man. Have you seen The Running Man?
Yes.
Yeah, that
A
I
long
like-
time ago.
I like that one a lot.
Sounds
I'd have to watch it again, but yeah, I technically have seen it. It's like this End of Days where I saw it a long time ago, and then I was like, oh, well, I gotta see it again.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, Running Man.
Do you
Yeah.
like- what do you
Yeah.
think of that one?
I like it.
Have you too?
I like it.
Well,
It's fun.
I know
It's a
you
good
said
one.
this is your first Arnold experience. Have you seen The Running Man?
I don't remember.
That's like we need to watch. Have you seen it?
Yeah, he's like in a
Game show.
I
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like the game show is like you have to kill each other or something.
think.
Yeah, when he's like Sub-Zero. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, the one I told Chris is like, I'm going to ram it in your stomach and break your goddamn spine. That
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
We used to say that all the time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that show American Gladiator. or
That's what I was
something.
just gonna say.
Yeah, the big
Yeah.
macho guys
Yep.
taking on
It's the
Yeah.
one where the movie starts out and it shows him like carrying like this big what is
Like
it?
steel beam.
Like steel beam. It's like
just
totally
like in
unrealistic,
Commando when he's carrying that log.
Yeah, he's carrying like a whole tree trunk.
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
nobody could
Yep.
put that on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Arnold can.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Larger than life.
That's why this one's fun. He's not, he's just a guy. He's just a guy, just ex-cop, down on his luck,
Yeah.
fighting the devil.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's funny. Christian. Did I do it again? How did I do this?
I know.
It's probably a lot of things. Like,
Is it like okay?
there you
Cool,
go.
cool.
Christian and Ian, which is funny because that's my first and second name, Christian Ian.
Yeah.
You guys will quote Arnold a lot, and I think that's probably part of his charm too. Is where you can say, "Oh, that quote's from that movie. That quote's from that movie."
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
which movies does it do where he does this quote? And again,
Yeah.
people are like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yep.
Isn't that kind of like the thing that goes hand in hand with like action movies and famous action stars growing up? Chuck Norris, all these guys, they
Well,
always
James
had to have
James Bond.
yeah, they always had
Yeah.
to have like a tagline or
one-liner.
something,
A one-liner.
Yeah,
Yep.
the quotable. It's like
Van
the
Damme,
quotableness.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it is part of the charm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they write those for Arnold, especially sometimes. It
Oh
seems like.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. They have to be like, can you imagine if he? Listen, if he says this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get him to say, "Get in this, get in."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to the tug. Get to the
Yeah,
over.
exactly.
In
Yeah.
the end of days, it should have been the chopper's coming to me now.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, when he's like on the
Come
road.
on, we are getting into the chopper. Come on.
In the Sixth Day, they make a few references to I think some of his characters. There is a helicopter kind of vehicle in that, and I believe at some point he says like, "Get in the helicopter,
Oh,
get to the
that's
chopper," kind of
funny.
thing.
Oh yeah, that's on purpose.
And then they made another joke too that I maybe don't want to spoil just yet about "I'll be back" kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goes to the pet store.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I'm
funny.
back.
yeah. So he goes into the repet to get his pet cloned, and he turns around. And he goes, "I might be back."
Oh, that's
and
funny.
And the repet seller goes, "Oh, you'll be back."
Oh, that's cute.
There you go.
One more thing. I thought you were gonna bring this up.
Gabriel Barnes.
What? No, Gabriel Byrne. This is Byrne, right? Gabriel Byrne. Anyway,
Byron.
the fucking down looking at the city shots. You know, like just
sky shots.
Yeah.
Bird's eye view.
Zodiac. You've seen Zodiac, right?
Oh,
The one
They-
with
I've seen
Robert.
snippets.
Mark Ruffalo and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, yeah.
They do that so much in Zodiac. I think movies have ripped this one off.
Maybe.
I-
They've always done those.
not
though.
true,
Those,
but
those are always fun.
I like to think that.
Fun city shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
No,
same thing
it's
happens
cool.
in the Sixth Day. Every time there's a transition, they're looking down at the city. I think.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
noticed
that's,
that too.
that's crazy.
You know, one thing I thought of last night too. I don't know why I didn't say anything. It's just such a small part, but one thing you always see in movies that you never see in real life is the inside of an elevator shaft.
Oh yeah.
And they always show like the inside of the shaft and the elevator going down. I don't
Like
think I've ever seen the
Die
inside
Hard,
of an
Speed.
elevator shaft
Yeah.
in real life.
Yeah.
I've just seen the inside
It's a
of the
big
elevator.
action movie thing. Yeah. That's a good point.
The last thing I'll bring up is these mobs that the devil has with him. I don't think you see any of their faces. They're usually covered in shadow with flashlights, always coming down one end of an alley or another one, and it creates this like tension or pressure, or even like a sense of like, oh shit, how's Arnold gonna survive this? At one point, he gets sandwiched in an alleyway, and they're just beating the shit out
That's
of him,
right,
and they
yeah.
hang him up, crucify him. But those are constantly following him too. I just like the shadowy figures
Yeah.
coming through. You don't know who they are, but they're helping Satan himself. Pretty cool. Chris, what do you rate it out of 5?
I
many
definitely
days?
want to watch it again and give it a full watch through because I enjoyed what I seen of it a lot. Even when we were watching it now, I was like, "Fuck, I missed all this good stuff." But from what I watched of it, to give it a solid rating, I'd give it a 4. 4. I'd give it a solid 4.
Nice.
I couldn't see anything that I didn't like about it. I enjoyed everything I watched about it, so I'll give it a 4.
4 out of 5, not bad. Dad, what do you rate it?
Oh, I'll give it a 3.
A three?
3. I liked it. I like Kevin Pollak's character.
You didn't even
I
talk
like,
about him. He's fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin's
Oh, his
like
friend.
Yeah.
Kevin does a lot of good.
Yeah. He's a good actor. Yeah.
Shows. Like the cop lady. What's her name?
Oh yeah, she's good too. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What a name.
When she gets possessed. That's
Yeah.
gross. Yeah.
Wait, that's her name? CCHS?
I don't know if
Pound?
it's a real name, but
CCH
that's what she
Pounder?
goes by.
And then I like the Gabriel's good too.
Yeah,
he's been
he's a
a lot
good
of
bad
good
guy.
Stuff, like Usual.
That's what I always when I
Suspect,
think
that
of
was a
him, I think of
nice
Usual
one, yeah.
Suspects. Yeah.
That was a nice one.
They take a quote from that, like the like biggest trick the devil ever pulled was making people believe he doesn't exist. They say that in Usual Suspects.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 At the end.
Yep.
Oh, so 3 out of 5?
Yeah,
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
End of days. Sam?
I wanted to ask you, the devil in this movie, did it remind you of Raphael, the devil from Baldur's Gate?
Oh, that's a good one.
I think
Yeah,
like
kinda does.
whenever the devil is portrayed as a human, he's always like this, got sleek black hair and nicely done up.
Kind of like
When-
a businessman. I think he
Either
was a
that or he's got like a
businessman.
pointy, like chin kind of
Yeah,
goatee thing.
the evil goatee.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Evil Bender.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's exactly
exactly
what I
like
was
Evil
thinking.
Bender. Yes. Yep.
Arnold is America's sweetheart, I think. Not my most favorite Arnold movie. Like I honestly find Mr. Freeze, like that movie I really like. It's so dorky and cheesy. I like that one a lot. 6 Day. So just ranking it based off those, I'd say 3 out of 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shelby.
I think I would say 3.5 out of 5, just because, like, to be honest, like the action genre for me in general is a little hard. Like I think I ended up liking the 6th Day a little bit more.
Me too.
Even though I thought I would like End of Days more, because like I noticed there was more dialogue, which is kind of what I usually prefer. When there's like action movie or something like that, I would want like there to be a little more dialogue or story or something to it, as well as like action. Like I like Kingsman. I like that a lot. At least the first 2 films.
I've never seen those.
Because those had like banter and like clever jokes, as well as like good fight scenes that were interesting to watch. And so like just with that kind of in mind, I'm already like, okay, I'm not really like the target audience, but I think it was still entertaining despite that. But I think also like a lot of the religious stuff was interesting, but I think maybe sometimes it was a little too on the nose with some things where I'm like, I feel like we know, like you don't need to kind of keep, we get it. But it was entertaining and kind of interesting to see like what like in the film, like what they did with religious imagery and things like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Christian, what do you give it out of 5?
I was thinking 3.5 to 4 days out of 5 days.
Nice. No 6 days.
No 6
No 6
days.
days.
Not yet. This
Yeah,
one only
right.
goes up to 5 days. I think I rate it that way because it did lean a lot into that religious angle, which I think was very popular at that time. A movie like 6 Day, I liked how that kind of sci-fi was. I don't remember if Minority Report came out around that time.
Oh, it did. Yeah.
2001. But I like that kind
Yeah.
of sci-fi angle for that kind of thing. So I had just seen we watched 6 Day first before we saw this one. And so having compared the two, even though 6 Day was limited in its rating, I thought the story was more fun a little bit. The technology was pretty cool. It took place not too long ago, apparently, that movie. It didn't take too far along from
Do they ever
today.
give an exact year? They just kind of leave it up to interpretation.
In the beginning, it was 2015.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like the Back to the Future. Like
We already
now
passed it
we're
up.
looking
Yeah,
back on
exactly.
2015. That's so great.
That's a good point you make, though. Like a lot of movies were doing like that type of like. Didn't Constantine come out around then?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I
I
think
you know,
of.
I've never
Which I
seen,
like more.
I've never
Yeah,
seen,
than
Constantine's
this one.
awesome.
I've never seen it. Keanu Reeves,
Really?
right?
It's
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That's
badass.
Constantine's good. I
I've
like
never
that
seen
one
it.
too.
There's
Yeah.
rumors that they're supposed to be making another one with
Really?
Keanu Reeves in it.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I've seen a poster or some kind of picture from
Really? Huh.
where he has his arms together and it's like Constantine 2. So-
Yeah.
Ah, that's clever.
Yeah, so 3.5 out of 4 stars.
John Wick dies at the end of number 4. He should team up with Constantine.
Well, spoilers,
Fine.
Carlos.
we're not worried
No.
about
Yeah, I
John
know,
Wick
yeah.
spoilers.
He didn't die.
Well, that's the thing. No one ever. No
He
one's
wakes up
ever
in the
really
Matrix
gone.
or in the real world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get all of
No
his
one-
characters.
he's the
in
one.
No one's ever really
He
gone.
said.
That does not exist
Oh,
anymore.
Speaking of Constantine, you should watch it. You know who played the devil in that movie?
No.
Gavin
Newsom, the
no,
current governor?
What's his last name? Rosdale, the lead
The
singer
Bush?
of Bush. Yeah,
What?
he plays the devil in that, dude.
You're
It's
kidding
fucking
me.
awesome.
That I never knew he was an actor.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I only got Constantine the Great. From the Roman Empire.
Hey, that's the price. The price you also get paid for using Bing.
Constantine.
Gavin
2005.
Rosdale's
And
the
then
devil
that
in this
one
fucking
chick
movie?
from Doctor Strange is in it.
I'm very unfamiliar with Doctor.
Shia LaBeouf.
Doctor. Oh wait, I thought you meant Doctor Strange. What's
yeah,
the what's
the bald chick,
what's his name? Cumberbund.
Bennington,
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Right there, right in the middle. Balthazar,
Where is he?
that it?
Gavin Rosdale.
That's
Oh,
so
yeah.
fucking crazy.
Balthazar. Sorry.
That is fucking
He's
crazy.
great in it, dude.
Wow.
But same thing that you
Huh.
were talking about. He's kind of like business suit, very slick back looking.
That's fucking nuts.
Where's the hippie Satan? What
Yeah,
movie has
right.
hippie Satan?
That's usually Jesus' character.
I guess you
Long
know
hair.
what?
Yeah.
Good point.
It's always
Yeah,
the businessman.
that's true. Yeah.
They have that TV show where Satan is, I forgot the name of it, Lucifer.
Lucifer,
And again, he's
yeah.
like dressed up in a suit. He runs like a club or something like that. Hair
Yeah.
slicked back,
That's
very
so funny.
clean shaven, very clean cut suit.
Christian, what do you rate it?
I'm gonna give it a 3. I'll give it a pass, but yeah, I don't love this movie. You know, I like Arnold. Arnold's an icon. But yeah, it's it's also it's got its moments for sure. It's got some good action. I like the effects in it. They're pretty good for the time. They're
Lots
pretty
of good explosions.
Yeah, the explosions especially, they're legit. I think they actually explode things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I missed that.
The
Not one of
stunts
the-
too look real good.
Yeah,
hanging from a chopper.
right?
That was
Yeah,
I really like that one where he's hanging from the rope and he's chasing
Yeah.
the guy.
that was good. That was fun.
Catches him when he jumps off the
Yeah.
rooftop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like I said, it was a little hard to take seriously in certain areas, just because it's Arnold. When he screams, I have a hard time getting invested. Like if he's not, I don't know. It depends on the character he's playing too, because it's like the Terminator, for example. The Terminator doesn't scream,
Right. Yeah.
He's just playing a robot. He's just playing this guy. He's got like a mission. He's affirmative, or whatever. Yeah, when he's playing like,
Is it really screaming, or is it more like
It's like kind of
yeah,
It's like
Groaning.
what do you call it?
Way-
Grunting. It's kind of grunty.
yeah,
Yeah.
The Austrian
Yeah.
grunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
noise is
That
going
sound-
for days. I
That
think
sounds like
that's-
something you get at a restaurant. Can I get the Austrian grunt, please?
every movie
like
is
a
the same
funky
grunt,
ass
though, right?
drink.
Yeah, right. Like a Moscow.
There we go, yeah.
The Austrian grunt.
Do you think that does him a disservice as far as everybody refers to Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, and it kind of ruins his other movies or anything?
Not at
or-
all. No. I mean, that's
Probably
like
for some people it does, but
yeah, I can see some people being like, well, if he's not the Terminator,
some people,
then-
I'm sure he will always be the Terminator to them.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
well,
You ever see his Instagrams?
a little bit. I saw
Where
him.
he's got his donkey, right? He's got his,
Whoa!
he's
Oh,
got
yeah.
donkeys in the house.
I've
so
seen
he's
that.
like
Oh my
things
God.
in it. Yeah,
Jesus
it's
Christ!
pretty cool though. It's funny though, but it's Arnold being Arnold.
Yeah.
You seen that? You see the last Terminator movie where he's talking about changing diapers?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I was reprogrammed to change diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
shit.
is it like? Yeah, to put up the dreads and to change diapers. It's like, okay.
Yeah. See, that's not the Arnold I know.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That movie does him a disservice.
Yeah.
if I'm gonna be
I mean, I
honest.
haven't seen it. I've just seen those clips, and I
Mhm.
don't plan on seeing that.
You should.
Fuck, I should see that movie.
Yeah, go for
After
it.
saying it's so
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
for it,
those
I
those
enjoyed
clips
it.
those clips are good enough for me.
Okay.
I saw he's filming, I think, in New York. He looks like
Mm.
he's dressing up as Santa Claus.
Oh wait, yeah, we
Oh, yeah.
I think we were looking at that.
Santa Claus 4.
Yeah,
Recast
exactly.
as Santa Claus.
Yeah. Oh my God, the Tim Allen. Okay, that's
No,
funny.
that'd be cool though. I'd go see it.
Ian, what do you give End of Days?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay, cool.
4 out of 5 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this might be a bold statement. I think this is a tad underrated.
Definitely.
No one talks about it. It came
Mhm.
out kind of this is kind of an odd period of his career, which I like. And I think that's also one of the reasons why I like it is this is when I probably found out about him in my life, like late 90s, early 2000s. Because he was just like I remember like as a really little, probably when this movie came out, like we went to Planet Hollywood, like in Vegas
Oh,
or
that's cool.
somewhere, I forget where, and they had him like a mannequin dummy, whatever you call it, of him from Terminator 2 at the end when he's all like kind of missing half his face and his
Oh.
arm and shit.
Didn't he own that back then?
It was like
Him
him
and Stallone, I
and
think.
Bruce
Yeah,
Willis
yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
Bruce Willis,
Yeah,
they all got
yeah.
together, did that.
That was back. I remember we went like in 2019. It was not the same. They had like maybe like a quarter of like the props they had. It was like a bummer. But
I
no,
think they
back
got too big. They expanded too
probably,
big, and then,
yeah, probably. But I remember just seeing that and thinking like it was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it's fun. Again, like the heaven and hell aspect, kind of horror-ish, just seeing him as a down on his luck ex-cop with dealing with his own demons. I like how he kind of like pays the ultimate price at the end, and that kind of gets the victory for the movie. Yeah, it's just very out of left field for him, and I like that. So 4 out of 5 for me.
I will say I like the dynamic between him and Christine.
I like the dynamic between him and his buddy too.
Yeah, that and well, with Christine, I actually excuse me. I don't know what that was. I'm weird. She actually made me. She did a good job making me feel bad for her.
We didn't really talk about her.
Yeah.
She's not bad.
Her subway incident when the guy turns into glass right in front of her. It's pretty freaky scene.
Hey, have you seen the subways now? They're going crazy.
I haven't
down there in New York.
Really? What's going on?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It just seems like if you scroll through your Twitter, there's always something happening on.
So when
National Guard.
I haven't been,
National Guard's been down
What?
there. They got the
holy fuck.
Who is it? The Guardian Angels are supposed to be.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
helping
Yeah.
out patrolling.
What are the Guardian? Is that like a biker gang or something? Is it like the Hells Angels?
They're
or-
kind of like the Warriors.
What?
They all
Yeah.
dress up in
Yeah.
Oh
red,
my god.
Yeah,
red
they-
vests, right?
Holy shit.
They were big in like the 80s, I guess. or
Whoa.
70s. They'd wear the red beret.
Oh,
And they're-
Okay.
and they're
I've
just
never heard of
A
that.
group that would just go and help protect.
Wow, I've never heard of
the
this.
neighborhood.
Vigilantes.
A
Sounds like
vigilante, the vigilantes.
Yeah.
Like a
nice
Warriors
touch.
gang or something.
That's exactly, yeah. Listen to all you boppers out there. Be careful around the Guardians.
Let me share screen.
This is crazy. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, and they don't do
Wow.
it for. They just volunteer to do it.
That's
Keep
a-
the subways
that is-
safe.
oh my
RoboCop's
God.
back there with
Oh,
them.
what?
Damn right.
It's,
What the fuck?
Damn right.
Is this a Warriors RoboCop crossover?
Oh shit! this guy's
That's all.
got it
That's
going.
awesome. That's real. That's awesome. I mean, in a shitty way, it's awesome. This is really cool.
Yeah. So I guess it's getting that bad again. So they got to come back.
I just remember because I haven't been to New York since 2012, but one time we got on a subway and there's this dude passed out, and he wasn't like, he was like well put together. He didn't look like a homeless person or anything. And these two chicks went over to check on him, and I think he got up and then just act like nothing happened, just like just got him, sat him. So
Oh yeah.
that was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was, but yeah, he
Yeah.
just sprawled out on the subway floor, and they just got up. And,
Jesus.
yeah, they went over to him, got up, and that was that.
He's all. Whew.
Yeah,
Just like that.
yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would give this one a 3.5 out of 5. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that he took on this kind of darker role. I guess he has been villains before. He's been Iceman. He's Terminator.
Yeah, he's a villain in Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the first one.
But
yeah.
like this suicidal guy trying to redeem himself is cool. Yeah, like we were saying, makes me think of Constantine. Maybe even the Da Vinci Code with
Oh,
Hanks.
man.
with Hanks.
Tom
Yeah.
Hanks.
I never saw. I just kind of. I felt like I saw it via osmosis. 'Cause
Yeah.
we were going. I think that came out like around the summertime and that year, and we were going to the drive-ins all the time. I remember just seeing it on the other screens.
It was big.
Yeah, that was a
It
big
was big back
movie.
then.
Yeah, I could see that correlation with it because that's all Catholic stuff, right? Wasn't it Catholic
Yeah, I
stuff?
think he's hanging out in the Vatican, solving
Yeah,
puzzles and
so- yeah.
the mysteries to
Mm.
life and all that.
Yeah.
But this one's good. I got it's action packed. Appreciate that in all my Arnold movies. Got to have him with the machine gun, just gunning people down. More the merrier. And then yeah, the heaven and hell aspect, pretty fun, interesting, and seeing Arnold try to take on supernatural powers instead of just aliens or Guatemalans and Commando.
Yeah.
How's he gonna do it? I don't know. He does it in the end though. He wins, and the days do not end. Yeah, I like the Y2K aspect as well.
Yeah.
Very cool story tie-in.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was a good pick. I enjoyed revisiting that one. Let's go into overtime now, guys. What have you been watching this week? TV shows? Have you been reading anything? Playing any games? Ian, you want to start us off?
So I was gonna ask, does anyone want a beverage or
A bev?
can I replenish anyone?
I'll take
Beer.
another beer.
Okay.
If you're going that way.
Yeah, I'll take another one.
All right.
You got it. There are two sides.
Oh, the can. Is that what you're talking about, Christian?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I thought it was two different beers.
Duality. It's yin and the yang.
Chris, did you have anything you've been watching?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of different things. I've been watching Beast Wars again.
Oh, really?
Oh, hell yeah. Like
Yeah.
the Transformer ones?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right on.
Are you starting from the ground floor?
I started from the
Season
first one, and then I got probably like 20 episodes in one night.
Yeah.
And then and I was like, you know what? I've never seen the old Transformers cartoon, so I started that last night. And it starts off because there's a part in Beast Wars where they find Optimus Prime and they're all dead and I had no reference to why that was there.
What?
And then I watched the old cartoon and it starts off the first episode. I was like, oh, okay, that's how it ties together.
Wait, so Optimus is dead and Beast Wars is basically the continuation?
So the very first episode, they're leaving Cybertron and the old regular Transformers movies or cartoon. Thank you. They leave Cybertron. They're fighting. Optimus Prime and Megatron are fighting, and they board their ship, and then they crash into a mountain, and they're there for 4 million years, and then they wake up in the 80s, and so they take the form of trucks and jets and all that shit.
Yeah.
So Beast Wars takes place back in the prehistoric age. Like you kind of see how the timeline is like when dinosaurs. So the timeline looking at Beast Wars kind of spans a long length of time. They end up showing cavemen and all that stuff. But anyway, they stumble across the ship. Unicron, I think is the name.
Unicron, yeah.
Unicron is the name of their ship, and they stumble across it, and it shows. And I was like, "What kind of is this like a alternate universe?" I had no reference to it until I watched the old cartoon last night, actually, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's why."
When it was on the 90s.
Beast Wars was in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember what channel it was on?
It was on Fox.
Fox Kids.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I think one of the first reviews you did with me ever was
that your? Was that
Yeah.
Was that the first time you were ever on the show?
I think so. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you brought over all your Beast
brought all
Wars
my
toys.
Beast Wars
awesome.
toys.
That's awesome.
You still got those?
Yeah.
That was for the latest Transformers. I think
That was
Transformers.
for the
Was it
the
called
War
Beast
for
Wars?
Cybertron.
Wait, wasn't it called Beast Wars though?
Yeah.
Beast
Or
Wars
am I
was in
thinking-
the 90s. Yeah.
No.
The latest one is I think
I'm talking about the movie though. Wasn't the movie called Beast Wars?
it was called Rise of the Beast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So that Outlast, we've been playing Outlast.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
I
one was
wanted-
very
I wanted to bring
fun.
that up too.
Yeah, that's
Outlast
been
Trials.
fucking fun.
We've been spending more time in the lobby though, the pregame lobby playing chess.
I downloaded chess on my phone, dude. I'm like, I'm gonna beat
Let's
CJ. This guy's unstoppable, dude.
Wow.
I went on like how many?
One night we played a couple trials and then everyone was logging off and CJ stayed on and he went like
He's just clearing the
15-0.
lobby out.
What?
Yeah,
people were
people kept
playing
taking him
chess and he
out.
just kept beating him, dude.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
At one point, I stood up from the table and I look around the room, and there's like hella people standing around the table just watching the chess
Yeah.
match. It's so funny.
Well, I need to play in chess. I was on a chess team in elementary school.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I was too.
Hey,
Hey, let's go head to head,
Do you have a
dog.
chessboard?
Oh man, last night we played chess. It's the tournament now.
I remember I haven't played. Matt and I were playing chess a little bit during like COVID,
Oh, cool.
and I remember he told me. I mean, apparently he's a good chess player because he told me I was a worthy adversary. So,
Who won?
I think we were about even. I want to say.
Even Steven.
Yeah, I can't recall exactly, but I think we were like even for the most part.
I've never won a chess game in my life.
It's a lot of strategy.
Although I probably only played like 3 times before this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny. A lot of strategy.
Sam, what have you been watching?
So a lot of true crime, as always, a lot of cult stuff. The devil wanting to consummate with Christine, and then also Nosferatu having that same concept reminded me of a cult leader that I was listening about. I don't know how people fall for this. but he had a huge following, and it went for decades. So he would he basically convinced everyone and said that God wants me to consummate with everyone because I'm a chosen one. So even if you're married, that doesn't matter. It's okay to have sex with me. So he convinced ladies would even go up to him and be like, "Can I have sex with you?" And he's like,
Wow.
"Let me think about this." Yeah, God said it's okay.
How does it
And-
always go to that? Every time there's like a cult leader, it's like, well, you guys all have to have sex with me now.
Yeah, it's a trip, and it went on for decades. So it was like the initial women, and then their children, daughters.
Which one
and
are you talking about?
I gotta look it up.
That's
I
not
gotta
the
look up
one
his
that
name.
ends up where the police storm the house and kill a bunch of people.
That was
right?
Waco.
Yeah,
right?
Waco. It sounds like
Is
it.
that Waco?
What you're describing
Was
sounds
that
like
Children
that.
of Light or some shit like that.
Wasn't
Oh.
the Davidians or something? Wasn't that Waco?
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's so
Have
many.
you
guy,
have you
David
come
Cor-
across the Heaven's Gate cult?
Oh, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
You
That'd
have
be fun to
yeah.
just do a deep dive on that.
That would
one.
be.
I haven't studied it.
That was one I always found very interesting.
I just know the reference. Kool-Aid, drink.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Heaven's
just
Gate.
watched
No,
that.
Heaven's
It's-
no. Heaven's Gate was I don't know how they killed themselves. It wasn't Kool-Aid though, but they it was in the 90s. They thought like it was a Hale-Bopp comet, and
It was
they
supposed to be a spaceship or something.
something
for
that, and they were
yeah.
it was gonna take them away to
Yeah.
wherever they were supposed to go or whatever.
I
Like
think that's the
Scientology
one-
with 747s.
Sure,
That
pretty much, yeah.
I think is that the one where they found the house full of dead bodies.
They're
and
all
they
wearing night-
self-suffocated and
That's I think how they did it.
And then
Yeah.
the last person made sure everyone was dead, and then they
You
did
can
it
still
themselves, and-
find their website, and it's so like 1997, and it's kind of sad in a way because
Yeah.
I don't think anyone updated it up.
How
It's like
weird.
unfortunately. Yeah, yes, but yeah, they were all they all had purple blankets and Nikes on. Yeah,
Mhm.
Hackers logo.
it is. Yeah,
Like the servers are still alive.
Doesn't this look like like you should be on like AOL right now?
To order
Yeah.
a hard copy of our book. Are they still alive to ship it out?
Hey,
They have
so
see
many
if you can-
orders.
See if you can buy it.
Is there a number?
Videotape 1, last chance to evacuate.
What
Earth
happens when
before
you
it's
click on these
recycled.
links?
Oh God.
Don't do it, dude.
Yeah, should you be sharing this live?
Do you'll be
Oh,
okay.
it just
okay.
takes you to another.
Oh, it looks like they just have it right here. Last chance to evacuate Earth. I guess we missed the chance.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
that's okay.
Evacuate.
When Hale Bob
Woof.
comes back,
Imagine reading all that now.
Oh wait for Elon
I'm
Musk.
just like titles only.
He'll help us evacuate Earth.
Yeah. Do you still want to do that?
They were right.
It's like his priorities have
I'm
shifted a little.
I'm sure it's in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, we saw Flo. Was it last weekend?
Flow.
And it's
The
a
insurance agent.
Ah,
yeah, her life, how she ended up in that
what is this?
white building.
Shaquette?
Yeah,
Oh, I've heard that was really good.
it's an animated movie about this cat, and it's so freaking sweet and like. CJ didn't tell me we were gonna go see this.
Oh.
So it was a surprise, and then as soon as it started, I was crying the whole goddamn movie.
It's
It
like
was
a
so
video
cute.
game.
It does look like a video
That's
game.
gotta
Yeah.
be. Man, that's crazy. Just the timing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It just won the
really
Golden
sweet.
Globe, I think, a couple days ago for short animated film.
Oh.
Mhm.
It reminds me of Wind Waker, the Legend of Zelda game, kind of. At least right here.
Yeah.
But the graphic style kind of.
Yeah, and that they're on a boat.
Yeah.
Art
Yeah.
style, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Really
there's
cute.
no speech. No.
Oh, that's cool.
A
No.
capybara, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Is it like
That's a-
Fantasia almost?
That's right. They don't talk in
I don't-
Fantasia, do they?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
maybe
I don't think.
Didn't we
I don't
watch
think
another
so.
movie?
think so.
that
The
they didn't talk
capybara is
whole
the
movie?
first animal that he comes across, and the
Of
capybara is
course,
like it's all emotion and expression, but he's basically like, chill out, you're fine.
God.
It's really cute.
Yeah. I'd probably be crying watching it the entire time too. Like it's just too cute. It's too wholesome.
It's really cute. It's I think that it's kind of a global warming message a bit, because the cat has his house. There's no humans in the movie, and then there's a big flood that comes through, and so all these animals, it's like a ragtag group, and they're trying to survive, and it's really sweet. I was crying. There was a little girl that was probably like 5 or 6 next to us. She was loudly crying. Like it was
Aw.
sweet. But yeah, other than that, we've been playing a lot of video games. Finally got Chris is on the Steam Deck, so got you downloading some games. We played Outlast Trials, which is just like chess and scaries.
Yeah.
And then
That game's crazy, dude. There's
yeah,
like they don't hold back either. like
Yeah.
nudity in it. And
In Outlast Trials?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you played it?
I've played Outlast, where you're running around with the camera.
Oh, I haven't played
Oh,
that
I
yet.
haven't. Yeah, me neither.
Outlast Trials is co-op. 4 people can play together.
Are you still running around with the camera and you have to find
No,
batteries?
you have night vision goggles, but you're running around and
You do have to find batteries for your night vision
Yeah.
goggles, and then there's the aspect that I really like is it's you have like the bad guys that'll populate in the trial and then come after you, but then like you can also get poisoned and get psychosis, and that's when the
From
jump
the air?
scares.
Something in the air?
Like
or-
if you unlock
They'll,
something
like,
and it's
gas you,
trapped,
yeah.
it'll gas
Anthrax.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get psychosis, and that's when the jump scares happen.
That's
and like I just
crazy.
that part stresses me
Wow.
out, but it's so fun.
I love it.
damn,
I
that's
love
nuts.
playing games like that. I'll shut all the lights off.
Yeah.
And I get like immersed in it.
Yeah.
And I'm all about it. I
So in
love
this
it.
one, do you also have to hide underneath tables and inside
Yeah.
cabinets? and things?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I
You know
probably
what it
unplugged
is?
again.
I
right
think
here.
it's it might, well, maybe not.
Like I just played.
Yeah, I
just
think it's
did,
the. I think it's by your legs. That might be it too.
And then try to mess
Hello?
around with
There we
cool.
go.
The legs.
And yeah, like you mentioned, the lobby's a lot of fun too. Like there's chess, and then there's also you can do arm wrestling, and then you can have everyone else stand around the table and pound their fists, and so you can like often you'll see 4 people just slamming on the table for hella long in the lobby.
That's funny.
Goofy. And I think we'll be playing Phasmophobia next, right?
Yeah, I want to give that a shot.
Yeah.
When I was playing Outlast, I thought I had like kind of beat the game. I was going through the tunnels or something. Does Trials also take place in an insane asylum?
Yeah, it's something like that.
It's therapy.
It's therapy.
Yeah, that's like the
Is
yeah.
Tony Soprano in there?
Yeah.
I thought I had beaten Outlast, but I actually just like went from, I guess, the main building. I thought I was going to make my way out of the tunnel, like, oh, I'm leaving the subway, or not the subway, the sewer tunnel, and I'm gonna like finally beat the game. But I go up some stairs and it says like men's ward. So I was only just in like the main office. I had only just
Oh,
made
wow.
it to one of the wards of the whole insane asylum.
Maybe that's what Trials is. Because Trials is basically it's
a
like all these
prequel, I
guys
heard.
that. Oh, it's a prequel.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was trying to do some reading on it.
Oh.
It's prequel, which I never played the original Outlast.
I-
Too
I didn't
scary.
either.
It was scary. I also turn off all the lights and I get really in it. I turn up the sound and everything.
Yeah.
Man, but things are chasing you and all you can do is kind of run and turn around and look and run and hide.
What
Mhm.
game was it back in the day? They told you to turn the lights off to play. Was it Silent Hill or something?
Maybe.
Slender Man.
Man,
No,
That's
this,
what I was
this
was
was
Manhunt?
no. This
I
was
just
like
tried
back in the
playing
day.
Manhunt recently.
It's like
and
in
I
order to
couldn't
get the
into
full
it.
effect of this
That
game,
one's-
play it
that
with the
one's-
lights off.
deadly.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I should have played it when it was out because it's hard to go back and play something like that. I was like,
I think it's hard to find now because it's banned in so many places.
Right.
well, I have it on my
Emilio,
Steam
graphic.
well, you're talking about Manhunt,
Yeah,
right?
Manhunt. Yeah, Rockstar's doing
Emilio was talking about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have it. I
I've
just
never
got it on my
played it.
Steam Deck.
That's Rockstar, right?
it. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I want to play that so bad.
It's brutal, like suffocating people with bags.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
wow.
Oh,
I remember politicians talking about it too.
yeah,
It was
that was a
controversial.
big one. That the age old
That was kind of
violence
like
of video games debate.
like
Yeah,
Trials.
exactly.
Basically, you got somebody telling you, "Hey, you got to go kill this guy. You got to go do this." Like I only played probably like an hour of it, maybe less than that, of
Hmm.
Manhunt, just recently too. Because same thing, Emilio was talking about.
Yeah.
It. I was like, oh, and so I got it on my little.
I need to play it.
You should.
Yeah, have you played it?
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Christian gifted me Postal 2.
Oh my!
I have yet to
that
open it
fucking
up.
game.
You need to play that.
That fucking
excited.
game. Speaking of,
That
I
game
should have
is-
brought it up. One of my favorite scenes of End of Days is the pissing gasoline.
Yeah.
You can just piss and piss in Postal 2, right? You can piss on everything, right?
Yeah, but
Am I
eventually
thinking the right
like,
game?
it damages your health if you do it.
Oh,
too much.
how accurate
Yeah.
to real life?
Huh?
How accurate to real life? That's funny.
Oh yeah, and then you can smoke crack to heal.
I don't remember that. Is
Yeah.
that Gary Coleman's in it, right?
Yeah, he's in it. He goes
that
crazy.
fucking game, dude.
Oh my god.
That fucking guy. I just remember watching you and Jake play that shit and just being like, this game is it's too fun. Just not even playing, just to watch. Like, shit was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think at one point in the game DayZ, they used to have like a joint, marijuana joint, and that was supposed to
nice.
re-heal you.
In Postal 2?
in DayZ,
Okay.
but I think they took it out because it's not in the game right now.
Oh,
At least I
wow.
haven't found it.
That's funny.
It's kind of like what Resident Evil is, the green herb.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's
The
right.
green herb. Wasn't there a red one too? And that was like
Yeah,
even better.
red,
That's the better one.
yellow.
Yeah. Panama
Well,
red.
they did different things. Red was like for poisons.
Oh,
green
was it?
for
There's a
Oh,
blue
yeah.
one maybe.
Oh yeah,
Too?
I think so.
Maybe that was for the poison.
That
I
was
can't remember.
to amplify whatever you combine it with.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you
Yeah.
can combine a red and a blue, and it would make it heal more.
Roll up your J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. About that game Postal, that's kind of crazy that like real events going postal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
That was a serious
I
thing.
remember people that was always in the news. It was like
Yeah.
a couple of times, a month,
Really? That much?
someone going postal.
That's
dude.
fucking crazy. Well, I know like yeah.
So.
But well,
Because they usually made it, right?
well, okay. I think a big thing with it too is the son of Sam was a postal worker also. He it was different. He just went around and killed people outside of work, but he was a postal worker. So I think that kind of fueled that kind of cliche as well.
Yeah, now we got kids being shot on campus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
The kids
Yeah.
are going postal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, kids have been. I mean, unfortunately, that's been going. It has been going
We were
on.
all postal.
Yeah.
I just
yes.
had,
Exactly. Yes.
I just had my son's girlfriend and her friend were out in the backyard, and they were like, "Hey, did you know what the song, the Pumped Up Kicks, is about?"
Yeah. It's about.
And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,"
It's
and they were
about
like,
school
"We didn't know what
yeah.
it was about."
Yeah.
Columbine, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if it's specifically
Well,
about Columbine,
about
but
a
it's
school shooting.
Yeah.
Bringing a gun to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's Teenage Dirtbag, the song. It took like there was a time where like you could not find that song with the line like her boyfriend's a dick, he brings a gun to school. Like you could not find that version anywhere.
Oh, really?
Now it's a little bit easier. I remember
yeah.
like it took me like I felt like an hour to find the version with that line in it.
It's right
Yeah.
on YouTube Music. It's just right on there.
It is now
Mhm.
for a while. I
That's
swear
like,
I swear to God,
Dire
for a while
Straits.
it
You
wasn't
can't find that version anymore?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They
yeah.
like cut that whole verse out.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
"Aw."
Yep. Yeah. What do you call that? Revisionist history? Yeah.
The
Who-
Mandela effect. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's in my
We all
head.
remember it. It should have been real.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Kanye did that with a couple of his albums. He put it out and then he retracted it and put
It's
out
George
the new version.
Lucas.
Yeah,
It's George Lucas. Shit. I can't
gotta
stand
get
that
it just
shit.
right. Who is it? Dad? Dad, what have you been watching? TV shows, movies, sports? I saw you watching sports.
Yeah. So who do you
Yeah,
want to
so
win?
you
it?
have the game on
Who do you
in
want to? Who do you want to win the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
49ers.
It's gonna be the Rams.
49ers.
and-
Fucking Matt Stat says the same.
It's
I don't
gonna
know
be the
what
Rams.
what is it about the Rams you think are going to win the Super Bowl?
I like their colors.
So that's all right. So
That's how I go. That's
Wait a
what I do
minute.
like that.
So that's just who you want to win the Super Bowl.
No, they have a lot of talent.
Okay.
They're
Really?
really good. Yeah,
Really?
They have a good running game. They got a good passing.
I couldn't
game.
even. Who are the running backs right now?
Defense are pretty good.
Do they still have that
got a
dickhead
good
on the
coach.
defensive line? What's his name?
Donald.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald.
No, he retired.
Donald
Okay.
retired, yeah. If they
I
would
couldn't
have had
stand
him
that
for
son.
sure,
I
that guy
couldn't
would-
stand that son of a bitch.
That guy smashes people.
I remember.
Who are the Rams going to take on? You think?
The Ravens.
Interesting.
The Ravens. Yeah,
It's gonna be the Chiefs
the
again.
Ravens are
It's,
just-
that's what I was saying.
gonna be the
It's gonna be the
Chiefs.
Chiefs again.
I hope not.
What's the
Mark our
script
words.
say? What's the script?
The
say?
They're gonna.
The
It's gonna
script
be like
says
the
the Chiefs.
Patriots in 2007. They're gonna make it to the Super Bowl and then hopefully they just lose.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be wonderful.
That would be. I mean, I don't even want them to make the Super Bowl, but they probably will.
They're
It'd be
going to.
awesome to see them fall.
Beat Taylor Swift.
Yes,
they
exactly.
Beat the Swifties.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't even have anything against Taylor Swift. It's gotten so annoying.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. It's too much.
but
Yeah, no. TV wise, I like to watch Tuesday TV show, The Curse of Oak Island. That's a great.
I haven't heard
it's a
that.
Dad has
great
been
show.
watching
I've
The
been
Curse of
watching
Oak
that.
Island.
I don't know how many.
Wait, what's it
seasons
called?
they
The
are.
Curse of Oak Island.
Yeah,
I'm
That
so
sounds
glad he brought
really
this
cool.
up.
yeah. They're looking
It's
for
the title alone.
treasure
Okay.
hunter.
We're on
Oh,
season 12.
Okay.
I watched on season 12.
They're
We
looking
haven't-
for booty.
it's like the what is it? Skeleton Crew.
The
Oh, the Star
Skeleton
Wars.
Crew? Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably a
so,
lot
for
cooler.
booty and that.
So
too, right?
yeah.
what's
So
the premise, Dad?
so it's like an island up in Nova Scotia. So it's just an island, and they're thinking that like pirates would come this way from England, I guess, or Spain, whatever, and they would drop off their gold and stuff there and bury it deep in the ground. So they've been trying to find it. I know back in the day, back a long time ago, I know they've dug holes there like in the 70s. So, I mean, people have been trying to find this treasure.
Wow.
Supposedly there. But
It's been going since 2014.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of
and
this.
I will always walk downstairs to go get something in the kitchen, and Dad's watching Oak Island, and I'll be like, "They find it yet, Paul?" And this has been going on for almost 11 years now.
Space
Holy
Wells. We
smokes.
ain't found shit.
Yeah. He's like,
What
"Don't worry,
about
they got
you?"
a new technology. They're gonna try drilling it this way, and they're gonna try supporting the beams."
yeah, they're doing all kinds of core samples down like 100 and something feet down to
Oh,
the
wow.
earth,
Jesus
pulling
Christ.
out
That's
just
crazy.
dirt and rock. And
Damn.
they're all going, "Oh, this is great. This is great stuff. This is great stuff."
This tells us so much.
That's too
This
funny.
tells us so much.
Now we know where the treasure's at.
yeah.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
It is a curse. They're stuck there
Yeah.
for 12 plus seasons. They're stuck.
That's crazy.
Have you heard of the term the money pit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where this is
Yeah,
comes
okay.
from. That's
Okay.
That's
It's
where
like when
this
you
is
buy a
come
house
from.
and you keep
Yeah.
having to like renovate or like fix it up.
Sunk
Yeah.
cost fallacy.
Yeah, that's
Have
right.
you ever
That's
seen
right.
that
That's
movie?
right.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah, I did.
I like that
I
movie.
did see
I
that.
just
Yeah.
watched it, and I
You,
haven't
oh,
watched
you
it
gotta
yet.
watch. Have you
Yeah.
seen that one?
Yeah.
That's a fun one. I need to. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I remember it being a fun one. That's a crazy ass pipe.
I thought it was a bubbler at first.
Yeah, I got
It looks like it could be a
Salinas.
bubbler.
It
It's
Wow,
nice.
that's cool.
Yeah, then on Wednesday nights it gets even better. I watch a show called Blind Frog Ranch.
What?
Blind Frog
Blind
Ranch.
Blind Frog Ranch. And they're
Is it like the
looking-
Bunny Ranch?
Yeah, what?
and they're looking
Mystery
for
at
they're
Blind
looking
Frog
for gold
Ranch?
too. They're looking for
Wow.
gold too. Yeah. Yeah. So this one takes place, I think it's Utah.
Okay.
The mystery of
Utah.
Blind
Mystery
Frog
of Blind
Ranch.
Frog
You sound like episodes of Scooby Doo.
And this has been going on forever too.
Okay.
So same kind of show. They're
Okay.
searching. And then they're saying that they may have the Aztecs may have originated
What?
from Utah.
What?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
crazy. Yeah. They
Damn.
found
I thought that was
the
the
Aztec gold.
Utes. What is a Ute?
Two Utes.
The Utes.
The
Excuse
Utes
me.
are probably the Indian
Utes.
tribe, right? Indian tribe, maybe. But
Oh wait, is that a
Yeah.
Mormon thing?
No, the
Yeah.
Utes are the non-Mormon school. The Cougars are the Mormon school.
Oh.
Yeah, the BYU's.
Well, the
Do you get
migration
into,
patterns. They're all over the place.
Bigfoot?
Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, is that
another
what it's
good
called?
show.
I know Skywalker Skinwalker Ranch.
Flavor.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, so those are cool shows.
Do you get into like the hunting for Bigfoot shows and shit like that?
No.
too?
No, I don't know. I haven't gone down that
Too
rabbit hole
far
yet.
fetched. That's too far fetched. We're looking for gold.
Come on, man. Come on.
I've always
Bigfoot, come on.
I've always heard that the legend of Bigfoot came about that people back in the day didn't know that bears can be bipedal.
Oh,
I
standing
can see
on-
that. I can see
Yeah,
that.
that's how it all kind of came about. I don't know.
Well, what is it? Up north, right? We have all them trees,
Yeah.
and they're growing weed back then, right? Back there. So
Oh, like yeah, up in
why
Eureka
not say
and
that
everything.
there's something scary up here?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Stay
Don't
out,
go up
you know?
there.
Yeah.
Bigfoot's up
Sure,
there.
yeah.
What's that? I don't
Stay
know.
from away
Don't
from
go
my
there.
marijuana. Yeah.
That Bigfoot OG.
Yeah, so that's the kind of fun I
OG
have.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Oak
Sounds
Island.
like
You
a
guys
Nintendo
remember
game.
that movie with
Sounds like
Matthew Lillard where they're trying to find DB Cooper's money, and then they run into the pot farmers? Seth
Oh,
Green.
without a paddle.
Yeah,
Without a
yeah,
paddle.
yeah.
Oh.
I like
You guys
that
remember
one.
that
Yeah,
movie?
I
was
remember
fun.
seeing
saw-
previews.
I saw it in the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all right. Dax Shepard.
I think that was him.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever
Seth
watched
Green,
it.
Dax,
I could
and
see you
then,
this being like I could see you liking it, Chris.
That is the most mid 2000s.
Yeah.
poster
There's a
I've ever
great
Oh,
joke.
it's-
There's a great joke in it. So like when you get a boat, you like break champagne against it. That's like christening the boat or whatever. So Matthew Lillard does that, and there's like this. I don't know what he is. He's like a Native American like guide for them, and the guy just goes, "Thank you for breaking glass where my kids play," or something. It's so, it's so like the way it's so deadpan. Thank you for breaking glass where my kids play, or something. It's so funny. I mean, I remember it being
It's fine.
okay. It had its moments. Like
Yeah.
for a movie like that, it has its moments. Wasn't it the chicks that live in the tree or whatever?
It has a 15% on Rotten
Eh,
Tomatoes.
fuck Rotten Tomatoes. You shouldn't listen to a website to tell you if a movie's good or not. Figure it out on your own.
Dax Shepard's in it too.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's like the first time I'd ever saw him in anything, from what I remember.
A lot of those kind of goofy movies are coming out around then. Like
Yeah.
Grandma's Boy, I think came out. around that
Yeah,
time.
That's a great one.
what's another? Like I'm trying to think of like Harold and Kumar.
Harold Kumar, Me, Myself, and Irene, I think is.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good one.
yeah.
What's the Tom Green one? Where they go
Freddie
on the
got
trip?
Freddie got
oh
fingered.
road
Oh,
trip.
Road
Trip.
Freddie,
Yeah.
Freddie got
Road
fingered.
trip, yeah.
We got to see that in the theater at Crest, and like I felt so bad. The dude that like was hosting it came up with his jacket on backwards, and no one like did it. He wanted, I'm sure he wanted a reaction from it, the backwards man, and no one said any. I felt so bad for him. I felt guilty. I was like, I should have been like the backwards man.
Yeah,
And I
backwards
just
man,
was too
backwards.
self-conscious, and yeah, that poor man went home and cried that night, I'm sure.
He wrote it down.
He probably done it multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was first rodeo.
Shelby, what have you been watching?
I was rewatching. It's a long title. Let's see. I was rewatching "Don't Be a Menace to South
I
Central."
was literally just
weren't we-
gonna say
wait,
that.
wait,
dude.
wait.
Jokingly, I
Yeah.
was gonna say
What
that.
were we talking about? Steven was bringing
Don't-
that up last night.
Yeah, Don't Be a Menace to
South-
South Central
while drinking your juice in the hood. Yeah.
When you said it was a long title, I was gonna jokingly say that, and
That's
then you said
funny.
it.
Yeah.
But no way.
Yeah, I love a lot of Wayans Brothers stuff. Like earlier, like In Living Color, I used to watch with my mom a lot. Like
Nice.
just randomly, I don't know how it started. And then yeah, Don't Be a Menace.
Such a good movie. I've seen that
yeah.
movie like 100 times probably.
Yeah, and just I really like their
It's fucking
messaging
hair.
in it. I love like it's just their humor is so good. But I think outside of that one, a lot of stuff, a lot of like more 90 Day Fiance type of stuff. But then recently, I think it was the third season of The Curious Case of Natalia Grace came out, and that is an interesting case. The way they shot the documentary is pretty sensationalistic, which is kind of annoying sometimes, I'll be honest, because it's like really dramatic music all the time with like the cello and the whatever, and it's I don't know, like I kind of don't like that angle of it, but it's from Discovery Plus and like that kind of, so you kind of have to expect that. But basically they this poor girl, she was in Ukraine and like in an adoption agency waiting to be adopted, and she's kind of just been shuffled around to different guardians like over the years. And one of the couples that she stayed with, the Barnetts, basically like, and pretty much every couple she stayed with, she's been abused in some kind of way. It seems if the allegations are true. She has a disability, I can't remember.
It
I think
also
it's like
is she like a little person?
it's like a type of dwarfism, I
Okay.
think, but she has like a spine issue and a mobility issue, and it's
Oh.
really like the last seasons it got. I just feel so bad for her because like one of the couples, the Barnetts that were raising her, were just like, it was alleged that the wife had like sprayed pepper spray in her face because she wouldn't like do something. I think it was like, I don't know if any of this is true. It's like you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt, but they allegedly wanted to kind of make her like a prodigy because they have a son who's autistic, and like they were always kind of, I feel like, trying to make money off of like, look, we got him to do this and he's just such a little genius. And so they wanted like the same for her. And the wife was very fanatical about that and potentially abusing maybe even the husband. The husband seems very histrionic, like kind of a very dramatic personality. I feel bad laughing sometimes, but in the last season, like he's just very, very histrionic, but I'm also like, maybe he's very traumatized. I don't know. Overall, really sad situation. And then like, it's interesting, or basically, so yeah, the Barnetts, sorry, there's so many moving pieces to it all. It's been like years now, but yeah, one of the families, the one with the pepper spray and all that, they at one point, I guess, just decided in a way they didn't really want her anymore. And so, and they developed this whole narrative of like, oh, she's actually like, it's like the movie Orphan, where it's like, she's
that's
like an adult.
That's what I was thinking when you were explaining this. Yeah.
That's what they tried to develop. Like, she's like an adult and she's tried to kill us. She got a knife from the drawer and she did this. And so you're like, wait, what? And at first, like, you're kind of like, okay, maybe, I guess, in a weird way, what? That's really out there. But then as time goes by, I'm like, wait, so she can barely go down the stairs, like because of her disability. Like you're telling me she got like a knife and like it just doesn't make any sense.
I've seen those movies.
Yeah, I would too. But I was just like, I feel so bad for her. And then like now finally it's like she ended up getting adopted by a family. She was able to kind of change her birth certificate because they made her like, they did some bogus like test of her bones with some doctor, and it was like, oh, actually, yeah, we were going to change your birth certificate to say that you're like older and that you were lying and you're like an adult.
Shit.
And really she wasn't. So she's like a child being forced to live in a shitty apartment.
Yeah,
like,
they moved her out, forced her out to go
and
live in an apartment.
she has no like interaction with like anybody. It's really fucked up. And then this other family who's like religious, and you think like I mean I never really liked their energy. Like I always felt like they were weird too and wanted to just exploit her for whatever. But it's like she's like, okay, like they've taken me in, like they adopt her. It seems like a happy ending, but then at the end of like season 2, it's like the bishop or whatever, he's like calling the producers, it's all dramatic, it's like, oh no, she's tripping, we don't want her anymore, like something is wrong, da, 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 da. And then the season 3, it's kind of showing how basically they're grifters. And I was trying not to laugh because the bishop guy, thank you, the bishop guy, they were interviewing him, one of the, I think someone's attorney or lawyer is just like, okay, so like have you actually been anointed by any kind of body? And the guy's like, because after he was like, oh well, God has anointed me and I'm like this and that, the guy's like, okay, but by any actual like person or authority? And it's like, well, no, but and it kind of comes out like they're just like live streaming and making money, and they take her disability like checks because they're the, I forget what it's called, but like the payee. So they're taking her money and like not working at all, and they're just preaching on live streams, taking all of her social security, and that's how they got their house.
Oh geez.
So sad. And like she's trying to escape basically, because even though she's like 20 at this point, they treat her like she's a child, where it's like, no, you can't go out in the world, no, you can't have like this boyfriend in the UK or whatever thing she wanted. And so then this other family that wanted to adopt her all these years are trying to kind of help her like escape, and then it becomes like a conflict between those two families, and it's a whole thing. It's really like intricate. It does kind of have a happy ending, but it was like I felt so bad, and I was getting frustrated though watching it. This is my last point, I swear. But like I was getting frustrated watching it because a lot of the families, like just the lack of understanding. It's like, this is a child, or at this point she's an adult, but like the beginning, she is a child from another country where like literally they just, her birth mom was dissuaded from keeping her because she had a disability. So it's like, just go to the orphanage there. And then all of that is kind of murky. She already has that attachment trauma of like, you don't have for those first years of your life. And because a lot of like Russian or Ukrainian adoption agencies, at least from what I've seen, not that I know firsthand, they don't like give them physical touch. They don't, that's why they end up with a lot more problems and attachment disorders. And so you already don't have that. And then she had a family that was allegedly like pepper spraying her in the face and like abusing her physically and all this stuff. You have everyone else like abusing her. And they're like, why doesn't she want to talk about this thing? Or I don't know why she switches. And I'm like, because she's traumatized. Like, who wants to just sit there and like start talking about that? They're like, because she was defending the religious grifting family. And the nicer ones, the new ones that she ends up with in the end, they're like, I don't understand why she's speaking nicely. And I'm like, because those are her parents, even though like what they're doing is wrong and they maybe don't even love her. Who wants to believe that? Who wants to believe that about anybody? So, but I'm glad it ended up at least well. I hope everything goes well for her, because it was horrific, but it's really fascinating case.
They're still stretching out the whole story. It seems there's still more episodes.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds like the ones I watch where they keep on stringing them out.
The Oak Island.
The gift that keeps the Oak Island. You might get 12 more seasons.
The Curse of the Curious Case of Natalie Grace.
What's crazy is we just got in contact with our niece, and we haven't seen her since she was 4. And she got taken and put into the foster care system and all that stuff. And she just reached out to us a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And I never think about like how messed up the foster care system is, but she was kind of, I haven't talked to her too much, but just from what she told me, it was like life's been rough for her, and where she was, like her whoever took her was like telling her that her family was all bad, and so she changed her name or something, and so we tried looking for her for years, and she did an ancestry and found out.
How old is she now?
Younger than us.
25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, it's
26.
been a long time.
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
been at least 20 years.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, it's very interesting because she shared a lot of the same sentiments of going in and out of foster care in all these different homes, and they just wanted the paycheck basically, just to exploit the kids.
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah, I guess they were saying like your family are all drug addicts and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and they were drug addicts themselves.
Yeah.
and bribing the kids with weed and stuff. Like, chill out. Here's weed. But I don't know. I don't want to tell too much of her story.
Yeah. That reminded me too. There was one point I think like the earlier season where and again, it's hard to know like because I haven't looked at like the actual legal thing, so I don't know whatever. But the allegations and what the documentary pieces it together, it's like when Natalia was with the Barnetts, like she, I guess, is a behavioral problem, which makes sense to me. Probably there's trauma there. There's who knows, but like she had wet the bed, and so then like, or maybe I don't know her. She was peeing somewhere that she shouldn't have been peeing, something like that. And this is when she's like a child, like small child. And so they told their son, the autistic son, like pee on her stuff, pee on her bed as like a pun. I'm like, what? Who thinks of that? That's
Marking their territory, like that's weird.
Yeah, it was just very sad. Like it was like everyone in this is so deplorable and like but except for the ones at the end, I was like, okay, because I think that was at the beginning, and like for a long time when I would watch it, I was like, the only person I like in this is the one neighbor in the very beginning, and that was like, oh no, I just stopped talking to that family. I stopped talking to all of them. I was like, that's probably a smart choice.
Are you sure? Are you sure she's not a
She's really
old person? I don't know. Annie Milonakis.
I shouldn't laugh, but that's funny.
Yeah.
What if? Christian, what have you been watching?
Usually I'm watching a lot of the same stuff that Shelby's watching, but when we're not watching are when 90 Day Fiance or The Curious Case.
Talk about that.
Oh.
My wife makes me watch that too.
Oh yeah, I've
late
seen
night.
a lot of them now. I think Shelby's had probably every single episode on, and every single spin-off, every single universe.
They're wild. I mean, it's crazy. What an idea.
Yeah, to televise that. That's
and to get
smart.
people to go for it.
And now they have the couples themselves going to therapy and
Jesus Christ.
having playing challenges. And
Wait,
things like that.
does the one no neck or the funny neck guy, does he do the therapy stuff?
In the first season.
In the first season.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like me watching it, like I feel like it's scripted. kind of like Jerry.
Springer.
The Springer show where they're telling that conflict is good.
I just read something about Jerry Springer that I thought was really funny. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the only one I've ever watched of that, I watched like maybe half of it, was the one that Corey Feldman and what's his name, Nick Carter.
I think that was the one,
they were on like
Aaron Carter was the one who was just solo.
Yeah, Nick Carter was the younger. So they were on
older, but yeah.
Was it?
Those are good.
Like
I think it
Flavor
was
of Love type deal.
No, it was like a wife swap or something like that. I think. Yeah,
one of those ones.
And that one was. You think? Yeah, Corey Feldman. No, I don't think it was scripted, but it was those two. Because have you ever seen Nick Carter?
No.
He's nutso too.
He's dead now.
He's dead now.
Yeah.
He just died.
Aaron Carter, the younger brother.
Oh, was it Aaron?
Aaron. So yeah,
Apologies.
whatever, the one that got the face tattoo, the younger brother.
Okay.
Yeah, Aaron Carter.
Or was
sorry.
Nick Carter the younger one?
Nick is the older.
The Backstreet Boy?
Okay.
Yeah.
That was Nick Carter.
I thought
Got
Aaron
it.
Carter was the Backstreet Boy. I get him confused.
No, yeah. Nick
I gotta say this before I just came across this like really weird thing the other day on the internet that there was a episode of Jerry Springer. They only aired in the New York market. It was about a dude who married a horse,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you watching the documentary that just came on Netflix?
Wait, there's a
brand new
on it?
documentary that just came on Netflix
on that
about
episode
Jerry.
or just Jerry
They
Springer?
start off with
Oh,
that
okay,
horse thing.
and they only aired it in New York, and they never aired it anywhere else because they thought it promoted bestiality or something. So yeah, I guess
Dude was making out with the horse on
the
the horse came out and he's
I
like,
think it was at the height of the
out.
shows. It was at the height of the shows, like 97, 98, like at the height of the show's popularity. They only aired it in New York. So fucking
so funny. Yeah, we should.
I didn't know that was a documentary.
It just came out.
On
just
what?
came
On
out.
what?
That would be on Jerry Springer.
I gotta watch.
I popped it on the other night.
I don't get it. Like that's the final straw. Like that's the one that you're not gonna show. Like then they have like fucking like I don't know, like
cars. I think eventually on the
no, but just on all the other shit, like fucking like crack
KKK,
hoes marrying
crack
white
hoes.
white supremacists and
You're not the
KKK member.
father.
Yeah, it's like the beast. That's where we
They
draw the
showed
line.
him
Like
making out with this horse, dude.
that's crazy.
Tongue and all.
I gotta watch this fucking.
The guy was
documentary,
like,
man.
he's like holding a conversation. He's like, blah, 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 with the horse, and then just goes
Wow.
back to talking like nothing.
That's so
dude.
funny.
It's funny you mentioned the documentary.
This is not it. You probably can't find it.
He calls the man.
I mean, come on, it's no different than kissing your dog. You guys
It's a
kiss
horror.
your dog? You ever get kisses
you ever-
from your dog?
fucking
Open mouth kissing your dog.
Yeah,
You
but
ever-
he's married. Like, give me
You're not
kisses, and he
married
licks
to
my
your
face.
dog.
I'm
I
thinking-
don't think I give him tongue,
There's
but he licks
fucking-
my face.
Right? You don't French kiss your dog. No, it's like it's in one of the Austin Powers, like Austin Powers. I think it's with the one with Beyonce where he says something to her and she's like, "Tell me something I don't know." He's like, "I open mouth kissed a horse once." She's like, "What? That's something you don't know." Or something.
Do you
fucking
see it?
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like a blind guy.
Yeah,
No,
I don't get
think
it.
he was blind.
He's just sensitive
He
to
just
light.
wears those glasses. He thinks they're cool. He must be blind. He thinks that's a human.
Just the right height, no bucket required.
I remember that H2H3. Yeah, that was way back in the day.
He said they'd been together for 10 years and married for 5. Mark declared that he had been on a 40-year-old crusade.
At least he
to be
waited
accepted
until he
for
knew
having
that.
sex
All right,
with
I wanna-
animals. Wedding bells were ringing on
Didn't
the
just
show
marry
back
right
in
off the bat.
2010 when Corey married his
No.
stepmom live on air in front of his
Pop the question to her.
Anyway, sorry to derail the conversation. I actually had a
Yeah, where
question.
did that come from?
You brought
Was
up
it
some of
scripted?
Jerry
Was
Springer.
something-
Oh.
Scripted.
Yeah, another day being scripted.
Okay.
And then I guess like reality shows and things.
I was
like
actually going to ask you, Shelby, have you seen any of the movies that Don't Be a Menace is parodying, like Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society?
She
No.
I recommend. It's funny when you watch what they're parodying.
Mhm.
It's like it brings like a whole other like dimension. It's very funny.
Oh, it's like a scary movie.
The
type
grandma.
thing?
Yes,
I haven't
exactly.
seen the movie. It's one of your favorite movies, but when the grandma pops out of the trash can shooting, didn't you say?
Oh,
it's-
Dead Presidents.
Yeah,
yeah.
Did you say that's one of your favorite movies? I still haven't seen that movie.
That's without a
you haven't
doubt.
watched that one?
I've never seen
Oh,
it.
dude, yeah. That
Big
movie's
Mama, you
fuck-
watched that one too?
I
Oh,
used to
Big
watch it
Mama's
all the
House?
time.
Big-
I saw the
Big-
I
Big
saw the
Mama's
second
House.
one in the
Martin
theater.
Lawrence.
I saw the second one in the theater.
Martin
I
Lawrence,
think I
yeah.
saw the second one too.
Yeah. Yep.
Those are his good ones.
Oh my god.
Big
Kind of
Mama's House?
Medea-ish in a way. Kind of Medea before Medea.
Oh, that was Martin Lawrence.
When did this come out?
2000.
Yeah, this had to have been like before all the Medea stuff, right?
Maybe at the beginning of Medea,
Yeah.
because Martin Lawrence had a string
Terrence
of
Howard
movies.
was in there?
Yeah. I forget. I think he's the bad guy. I
Giamatti?
think Terrence Howard's the bad guy.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
It's a crazy picture.
Have you seen Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence?
I just
where-
watched. I used to watch that all the time as a kid, and I rewatched it like a few months ago.
Yeah, where he pretends to be a cop. I think
Yes.
that one's good.
That's a fun one. Yeah, Luke Wilson is like his
Is that
partner.
the one with Dave Chappelle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
But yeah, when I'm not watching those shows, and are they scripted? I feel like sometimes
Yeah.
there's no written script, maybe, but they
Yeah.
tell you or talk about what should
Mhm.
happen.
Sure,
kind of
sure,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
And they
like the-
exploit that. Like they try
Yeah.
to get that on camera as many times as they can. When it's not that, it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Just
Nice.
watching it in the background. But then, like on the topic of documentaries, a documentary like this Curious Case of Natalie Grace, they do seem to documentaries like that. There's a lot of sensationalism or something where it's a lot of like shing, you know,
Yeah.
these sound effects, boom, shing, and it's
Oh
just
my-
it doesn't
yeah.
sound like a real story sometimes.
Yeah,
It makes it
I know.
feel
I know
scripted.
exactly what you're talking about.
They keep adding sound clips of like somebody laughing or crying
Oh,
in
yeah.
different scenes to make it seem like there's more emotion happening.
They'll put
Um,
to like the the lawyers or whatever, it'll be like legal expert, and they'll make it feels like they're telling them to read off of a script. Yeah.
like they're talking like reporters or something.
Yeah.
And so it's, I don't know about documentaries like that. Like the one with the Tiger King. That one seemed kind of like overblown a little bit. It seemed kind of like
I enjoyed
That
that
was so
one.
fun.
I don't know. Yeah, it was hella fun. It was
Who was the
crazy.
other guy before the Tiger King? Before the Tiger King?
Is it the dude that they based Scarface off of? But some dude down in Florida or whatever that owned all
the
those.
cocaine cowboys?
Was it? Well,
No,
was it?
maybe
But
it was the guy
wasn't he?
who
Was like a
killed
drug.
somebody.
He was a drug lord or something, right?
No.
Maybe I'm thinking of something
McAfee?
else
It
then.
was like
Thinking of
McAfee.
Bobby
Oh.
Bobby something. He was like a killer, right? They said that he murdered a bunch of folks, but he was kind of like a little
And they made a documentary about him.
retarded, right, or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Yeah, what was that guy's name?
You recommended that one, Making a Murderer.
Yeah.
You're talking about that one's great.
Wait, it went on. Wait, it went on for
I thought
3 years.
I kind of thought you were talking about the
Or just-
Confession Killer for a second.
No.
But yeah, Making a Murderer was like
was
the
big.
big one right
That one was
before
big,
Tiger
yeah,
King.
yeah,
I got invested in that, dude. I was like Googling shit on my own, like I'm gonna solve this case.
No way.
Look it up.
And
Yeah,
it
that's
was
a
like
big
that,
one.
where it was a lot of like.
He looks like-
shing
can you go
and the
back?
sound effects were really involved.
He looks like the
I
Unabomber
don't
right
know,
there.
maybe. So I've been on a kick of like documentaries too, like, and I actually had to turn one off the other day. It was the little girl that dies.
John Benet Ramsey, was it that one?
Those are terrible.
Was it more recent? It just came out recently.
Nah,
That's the only
they
little
find her
girl
in the
dying thing
basement
that I know
of the house.
John
And-
Benet Ramsey, right?
Is it?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
only
yeah,
John Benet
yeah,
Ramsey?
yeah, that
She was
one.
like a little beauty pageant.
Yeah.
chick?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I started watching it and they start talking about how they made the I've never even heard this word before. Shannon heard it. It's a type of knot or something or a type of hanging rope. Anyway, they start talking about it and how they killed the little girl, and then they start talking about the
Well,
autopsy, and
maybe
I was
this
like,
is
I gotta turn this off. Like it was
might
too much.
Be
It was
different then because it wasn't. I don't
a
think there
good
were any-
knot or something, or
Well-
a good. Fuck,
Well,
what?
how did she die? Did she fall? Did they say she fell down the stairs?
So, oh, that's what made me turn it off. They thought that she died from the being strangled. It was a type of strangulation that people. But when they did the autopsy, they found out that she was actually hit in the head a bunch of times. And
How wasn't she like? How like she was like
while
five?
she was being,
She's like 5 or something.
she was.
Is this
young.
is this
I
it?
had to
6,
turn it
yeah.
off. I couldn't get in.
But I didn't know. I thought like she fell down the stairs and like that's the angle they were going. Well, yeah, she was murdered, but like they played it like she fell
That
down
one
the
might have been a
stairs.
cover up
They
kind of thing.
no.
But
so
maybe
what-
this
it
is something
started off
different
that
then.
it was the parents called because the mom found the ransom note. Somebody kidnapped her,
Then I think this is the same thing.
and
okay,
then the police came, and then they found her in the basement.
yeah, this
and
sounds.
then, and then they started
okay.
talking about the autopsy, and then I didn't get into it.
Okay.
I was like, "This is too much. I can't handle this." I turned it
That's
off.
hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
she
a
was
theory
6.
that the brother did it,
Which I
and-
could watch some pretty horrific shit, and I don't
Yeah.
know why. It's just
yeah,
certain
you know,
things
little
get me. I'm
girls.
like,
Yeah, I mean
nope.
that's rather dark.
Yeah.
But
Santa
there's
Claus. They had a Santa Claus character too in there that may have had something to do with
Which-
it.
Really?
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah.
In the Ramsey case?
Yeah, the
killed her.
Ramsey case. Yeah, I
That's
guess he
fucking
had
I like stuff
visited it the
that's-
night before, and then they're thinking
That's
maybe he
fucking
came back
weird.
around.
Santa Claus.
That's
came
like
accidentally-
Terrifier 3.
Yeah, dude,
Opening.
Jesus Christ. Good Lord.
Gee,
Oh
there's a
my
lot of
God.
wild- Yeah, I remember that. Like listening to like
Yeah,
11,
the
40 back in the day. the
90s?
news shows.
It's the 90s,
Old
right?
shows, yeah,
Sometime in the 90s.
She
Yeah.
died in 96.
96.
So she
yeah.
was 6 years old.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
I like stuff that's like so out there and has so many connecting pieces into it, but I don't know if I can get past that part.
Have you seen that movie, The Order? I just watched that the other night.
Mm-mm.
That one's good. That one's a true story. What is it about?
It's about
a white supremacist group,
Huh.
and just up the way, like Washington.
Whoa.
And then like in the 70s, and they were trying to they want to
Is that
get
Jean?
Yeah, it was Jean-Claude
It
Van
is?
Damme.
Oh, no, it's this one.
no,
I was gonna say.
Jude Law.
Jude
Oh.
Law, yeah. So that the FBI gets involved and tracks him down and has to So yeah, so there was a splinter of that group, the white supremacist group, and they started doing bank robberies to make money, to get more of their message out to their people, to build the army, because they wanted to build the army to get the white race back in power, I guess, because they didn't like the way that they felt that they were being losing their jobs, losing their stuff. So I mean, that's an old circle of thing, right? That's going on still today. So, but I mean, it was interesting. The FBI got involved and took care of that, and there was a big raid on their place.
Wow.
It kind of reminded me listening about the David Koresh stuff. So
Yeah, it sounds very David Koresh-y.
Yeah.
You got to watch the octopus conspiracy, or what is it? Octopus murders.
The octopus.
Yeah, I think you'd like that a lot. Have any of you guys watched that one yet? No.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the octopus murders.
What the fuck?
Dude, it spans a whole long thing. I recommend all
I need
you
to,
guys.
if it has anything to do with Iran Contra, I have to watch this.
It's about a supposed international cabal that he labeled the octopus.
Whoa.
Is that
Okay.
Reagan?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, dude, it's great. It's
Who's the other guy
really
behind
good.
Reagan?
I don't know.
It says the series is about a 1991 death of writer Danny Casolaro amid his conspiracy theories of a supposed international cabal.
Yeah.
Wait.
I recommend that.
Isn't that why they took JFK out?
Well, wait. Can you go? It says in the description. Go back to the Wikipedia page, please. Down there, the doctor version of the Zapruder film.
Doctored version.
Yeah.
People think we
JFK.
talked about that.
Yeah.
People think they inserted like a sign.
Yeah.
In the Zapruder film that shows like something going on,
The
and that
JFK
we'll never be able to see it.
All right,
I'll
let's
never
check
f-
it out.
I'll
We're
never
going
forget when I
deep
came
diving,
back and I
dog.
told that was like one of the first things I told you. I went to go to Dealey Plaza where he was assassinated, and it looked exactly the same.
You got to use DuckDuckGo as your site, right?
Yeah, God, yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't watch
All
it.
right.
You gotta watch the fucking. No,
I'll
go.
point it out to you where people.
Enhance.
All right, Carlos.
Enhance.
Right there, that sign, the back of that sign, people think that was put in. No, it's right there
In the bottom.
Oh,
in the bottom right.
Oh,
That
this
people think that's fake.
oh, the way it kind of grays out.
It
the
kind
road more?
of looks fake.
Why would that matter though? Is it hiding somebody?
Yeah, or something where like they go here, like they're blocking something out.
Interesting.
Or like
Perfect.
switch people, switch
Mine
bodies real
was.
quick.
It showed the.
Well, there's another
Yeah,
shot.
the half of the
sixth
tree
day.
was gone or something.
Better take that off of the screen. My bad.
Wait, where'd you watch that on? You watch it on YouTube. What's the big deal? We can't show that, and it's already on YouTube.
Can we?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You pulled that from YouTube, right?
Last night we watched this Zapruder film.
What's wrong with that? Yeah, isn't this on YouTube? Where are you watching this? There we
Oh,
go.
I'm not even presenting it. Okay.
Oh, okay, never
Thank
mind.
goodness.
I thought you were sharing it. Well, even if you,
Now you
that,
go to-
that was my argument. It's
Now
like
you do.
if you share it, like it's already on YouTube. Like, why do we get in trouble?
Anyway, I
Enhance.
recommend you guys watch. the Octopus
Yeah,
Murders.
yeah.
It's
That
great.
sounds
Okay, yeah.
fascinating.
I think I watched the one about the Kool-Aid that you recommended to
The
me, and I
Jonestown?
told you to watch Octopus
Jonestown?
Murders, and you never
Okay.
held up to
What's
your
it
end of the
on?
bargain.
Netflix?
I don't
See,
know.
I don't have Netflix.
You
anymore.
probably don't have what it's on. I think.
No, I
I
don't
think
have
we.
Netflix
I think we
anymore.
established this already.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's on.
Hey, what's the definition of a cabal?
Isn't
I
it
don't know,
just
I
a
just
group
think
of
of the
a
Mortal
group of
Kombat
a group
character.
of people? Yeah,
Is it like an
a-
organization or something?
Yeah.
Some religious group, yeah.
I don't even know if it has to be religious. It's probably though usually rooted in religion, a cabal.
It always seems like it.
Yeah, or like some
Wikipedia's-
kind of like ideology, maybe.
Yeah.
A group of people who are united in some close design, usually to promote their private views or interests in an ideology, a state, or another community.
It's Last Night Productions at Cabal.
All right, thank you.
We're here
Do
to
we have an ideology?
We're here to promote our ideas and,
Yeah.
and opinions of movies.
Reality TV.
There we go.
Christian.
Oh yeah. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's fun to watch. Yeah, and then talking about the different documentaries, and just okay. So have you seen that movie where there's like a white owl and it's happening in Juneau, Alaska, and the lady is like a psychologist or something, and she keeps on seeing this owl come to her window in the middle of the night,
I don't know.
and there's like aliens who go to this town and they keep like snatching people up, and she's seeing visions of this, but they play it off like she is an actor reenacting the interview of somebody who it actually happened to,
Huh.
like a Blair Witch kind of thing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but in that movie, you don't. It's played to make it look like it's real, and then So you at the end of the movie, you go, okay, this actually didn't happen, but they're filming it like a documentary. And so when you watch something like The Tiger King, is it actually real,
I see what you're
or
saying.
is
Because
it?
of the narrative they craft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell is the name of that movie? White Owl, Juneau, Alaska. Juneau, Alaska horror movie.
The Fourth Kind, 2009. Oh, Mila Jovovich.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she is in the world of the movie, she's an actress reenacting the story that's being told by somebody being interviewed about what actually happened.
Huh.
And so when you first see the movie, you're like, oh my God, this should actually happen. And I'm watching the reenactment, but the reenactment itself is fake.
Huh.
And so watching something like this that you know is fake, and then watching like Tiger King, it's fun to wonder, like, is Tiger King real? I mean, I think it probably is real, but
What,
The
Tiger
guy's
King?
in jail.
yeah, and there's like
I
actual
thought Tiger
footage
King
of
was
him.
real, right?
Yeah,
Well, like, was there a certain aspect that was fake, or
no, just the way they filmed it. It seemed very
Oh.
Like
theatrical.
pushing.
Well, so definitely they try to get ratings and get
Yeah.
stuff. They'll emphasize or kind of
Juice it
embellish
up.
things and
Right,
yeah.
good
Add
point.
music and sound
Mhm.
effects.
Yeah.
and make
Yeah,
it more
you're
emotional.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, the Tiger King guy was doing, it was pretty gross.
Yeah.
Pretty gross stuff that he was doing to those animals. I mean,
Yeah.
why would you? I don't
Feeding
I don't
them
understand
garbage
it. I
meat?
don't understand it.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Like
do
he
that?
wasn't following any rules when he did that thing.
No, he's crazy. Out there with his guns and
What was
all
the other
side
guy?
stuff.
Couple boyfriends.
The guy that had all the chicks.
Yeah, right. Didn't they have a
And
murder
didn't
on
he have
there?
his own
Oh, he had a
was it
cult
his
or
like
something like
doctor?
that.
Candle,
Yeah,
Candle or
yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
He had his own spin-off
pornography name.
documentary too, didn't he?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah. So when it's not those documentaries, then it's always sunny.
Nice.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, I still got to start, Sonny.
That's pretty funny.
Haven't done
Shunny's pretty funny.
Shunny. What about you, Shunny? What have you been watching?
Shiny.
What I don't know if y'all have seen Squid Game.
Yeah.
But I
Season
watched
2?
I watched the newest season of Squid Game, and it's pretty good. They don't make it boring. It's not just like recapping like the last like games. Like it's not the same thing and everything.
Did you
It's-
finish it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else watching it? and Finished it?
Cliffhanger.
No.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. That's why I was like, God damn it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but there's a character in it, and you see him in a different form, and then you're like, oh wait, because he shows up, and then you're like, wait a minute. It's like the same thing with the.
What are you
that-
talking about?
You know how
Number
you know how,
one?
yeah, you know how there's that character, that older character in the
Yeah.
first season.
Yeah. Number
and
one.
then you
and-
turn
Number one?
and you learn how that,
Yeah.
his whole thing. Yeah,
and they
there's
kind of
something-
spill the beans in the beginning and let you know that he's actually behind.
Yeah, well, I had spoilers, but you haven't watched it, right?
I don't fucking. You can spoil it. I don't
Okay.
fucking care.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you can spoil it.
Ian's the number one Squid Games fan.
No, I haven't watched it, but I don't care.
You haven't
Like,
watched any of
I
it?
play someday. I'll watch it.
Ah.
It's not. I have nothing against Squid Game. It's just I haven't got around to ever watching it. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah,
But I'm not
yeah.
that guy. Like, oh my god, I don't care. I highly doubt it will take away anything from my watching when I watch it.
Have
if
you
I
watched
know-
Stranger Things?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I haven't. I want to.
See, there's
You
always
should.
the guys, right?
Yeah.
It's a good show.
It's good.
Yeah. I want to. I haven't yet.
Yeah, I like Stranger Things,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, season 5's coming out. This
What
is
about
right, that's
Beast
right.
Games? You guys watching that?
Beast.
You know
Oh,
I am.
I think I
dog.
did. Where they fall through these giant holes, something like that,
Yeah.
and they're in like a giant gym or
He
something.
turned me on to it, and we were watching it on Christmas, and I was like, oh, because they're releasing episode.
Is
week
this
by
the
week.
Mr. Beast thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard he was like not paying anybody all the money or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
And he was like holding them there all day
The
to do
main
this
guy-
stuff, and
the-
everybody was like peeing their pants
Yeah,
because he
the
wouldn't let
main
him go
guy
use the
looks
bathroom.
familiar. Was he in anything else?
He was just in the new Star Wars Acolyte TV show.
Was he in anything else? He looks familiar to me.
Christian, what were you saying about the twist in 2?
There's a similar. It's not really. It's not as much of a twist because you see the character.
What a twist!
You see the character in one way, and then you see him in a different way in a random episode. And you're like, oh, wait a minute. I see. Why is that guy there? What the hell is going on? Kind of thing. Yeah.
That makes me want to watch it.
Yeah. You should.
No, I've heard nothing
cool.
but good things about it.
Mhm.
I don't have Netflix anymore, so
You can watch the English dub too, and it doesn't suck. So
Yeah, it's pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah, who is this guy?
There's a lot of those.
Did you like? I like Thanos in the second season.
Yeah, I didn't even know who that was. I just saw that
Huh.
character and I was like, oh, this guy.
Oh.
He probably is like a famous person, like
Yeah.
in Asia somewhere or something, like an Asian celebrity.
Yeah, he was blacklisted in Korea for a long time. 'cause
This
he
guy?
smoked weed.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
like
this guy?
10 years.
He
Well,
went
I
to
mean-
jail for
Thanos?
weed or something.
The guy who played Thanos in the second one.
Wait,
So
what
this
do
is
you?
Return
His
to
name is
television.
Thanos in the
Yeah.
Squid Game. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
He paints his fingernails all the different colors like Thanos' glove.
He knows a good
Oh.
amount of
The
English
Infinity
too.
Gauntlet.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
funny.
he does actual English in the.
In the dubbed version, or not the
No, in
in
the
the
regular,
subs,
yeah.
like he says like English words.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. 'Cause you'll be used to, you'll think that he's gonna speak like full Korean. He starts saying like a full sentence in like English. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, wow. Cool. But
Squid Games.
yeah, it's a really neat show. The first season's better for sure, but
Yeah.
they still pulled it off in the second one for sure.
Yeah,
I would definitely check it out to everybody in this room
Hell
if you
yeah.
haven't.
Squid Games.
Did you watch
Netflix rules.
No.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Squid Games. Ian, what you been watching?
I was telling Chris I finally finished my rewatch of The Sopranos.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Are you
and-
ready for the review?
If anyone else is, I think
gotta
it
wa-
would
we
just
gotta
be
watch the
it would
movie.
just be Chris and I
Yeah.
if we do
They
need
made
to
a
watch the
movie?
movie.
Yeah.
The Many Saints of New
Yeah.
York. That's what it's called, right? The Many
Yeah.
Saints of Newark. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
I've never seen it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we
I've
need to
been
watch.
waiting.
We need
for
to
you
watch
finish
it.
Sopranos so we can watch it.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Yeah, I'm in season 4, so I gotta.
Much like how you had to turn off the John Benet Ramsey documentary, there were points where it's like, with this show, I was like, I forgot how fucking depressing this gets.
Hmm.
Yeah. But at the same time, it was a great time rewatching it. I don't binge watch a lot. I like to space it out and like go, but for whatever reason, I think that was the reason too. I just wanted to get through it so we could watch the movie. But
I
yeah.
couldn't stop watching it. I was like,
Yeah.
I need to.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. Well, I don't know. I kind of am a binge watcher, but this one I was just like I couldn't.
I don't really
I
binge.
wanted more.
Yeah, I don't really binge
more.
watch
Like,
anymore. But this past Sunday, I just binged through pretty much, I think, the whole season 6, which they split in 2 for whatever reason.
Did
So
you
it's like
get-
22 episodes.
Did you
instead
get
of
in
like
the
13.
Sopranos?
Oh yeah, I watched The
Yeah,
Sopranos. That was
yeah,
cool. That's good.
yeah. It's
Good.
like one of my favorite shows ever.
David Cross.
Good. David Chase.
Chase.
Yeah, David Cross.
David Cross is the actor.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
I like him too.
He's funny. Yeah.
I would have liked to see him as
Yeah.
a mobster.
I totally, and there's so much stuff I forgot. I won't say because of spoilers, but yeah, there's so much stuff I forgot.
Well, AJ has
And,
a fucking goatee. What? Or in one of the pictures he
He's
showed
got
us,
like
weird.
that chin.
I want to see that
He's got
again.
that chin strap thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the? Okay.
Yeah, he looks like
I'm
he
gonna look
should-
away.
He looks like he should
It's
be
like Wham,
Yeah,
Wham.
or,
Don't look.
he should be singing in a new metal band or something.
I fucking hate him so much.
Well, I forgot there was something he does that I totally forgot about.
Wait, hey, who?
AJ.
AJ?
I never liked him through the entire thing,
Is
and
it
I kept
really?
wanting to like him. Like, is
he's-
he gonna turn around at some point? Nope.
He's-
He just
yeah,
sucks
he
the whole
can. He
time.
can be pretty lame.
All you
Hate
wanted
him.
was the ZD, the fucking ZD.
ZD, where's the fucking ZD? So what? No fucking ZD? Yeah.
So,
Oh wait.
I don't want to talk too much about it because he's
Yeah.
still.
Sorry.
You're on the 4th season already. Nice.
Steven just finished the 4th season.
I hate Ralphie.
Let's
Yeah,
Rob. I
Ralph-
liked him.
Ralph-
though.
I hate
Ralph's
that
a
fucking
scumbag.
guy, dude.
I know he's a
Joe
scumbag,
Pantoliano.
but I like
yeah,
him.
I did like
scumbag.
Joe. I
So
did
how
like
far are
Joe.
you with
Yeah,
Ralphie?
he was good.
I did like Joe.
They were almost gonna off him, and they were almost gonna off. They were gonna get him and John Wax.
Oh,
it was
Johnny
after he got
Sacks?
upset about the joke about his wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 95-pound mole removed from
Yeah.
our ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Johnny Sacks too, and that thing
Yeah,
with
Johnny
John Sacramento, whatever his name is. Forget it. Is it John Sacramento? Was his full name? Anyway,
Sacramento.
John Sacramento. Bob Sacramento. No. What happens to him? Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just like, like it got to the point. It's just like, God, I forgot how fucking sad this shit gets.
Season 3, especially, I thought was
You thought that was sad?
really dark. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
dude.
I'm
Wait-
sure
wait
it gets
till-
worse.
Wait till it gets to
yeah.
season 6.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Ugh. Yeah, it's a great show.
Where-
Like
How-
Breaking Bad. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
no, I was just gonna ask how far you were in The Sopranos,
I think like season 4.
but Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Yeah, is it as good as Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Or is
you
it-
might not like what I have to say.
I like Breaking Bad a lot.
likes.
Okay,
so
me
he's a
too.
hipster.
Yeah, I'm
He's
yeah.
a hipster
I
douchebag
like
who likes
break,
everything else.
breaking, but at the same time,
it's different.
Isn't the Sopranos like regarded as like the greatest show like by everyone? So in a way, I'm not.
So
I'm not
is
a total
Breaking Bad,
hipster,
dude.
Yeah,
but-
Breaking Bad was.
But
Breaking
see,
Bad
to me,
is like
it's like
one of the highest rating shows.
so
ever.
I could
it's
never
like a Shakespearean.
I
kind of
could
shit
never.
right there.
Okay, so here's the thing. I could never really get into Breaking Bad. It's a fine show. I have not too much against it. But when I finally saw The Sopranos, like this is what I wanted out of Breaking Bad, and that kind of filled that void for me. Same thing with Game of Thrones. I always
How
thought,
much of Breaking Bad did you watch?
I think all of it.
Oh, you did watch all
Yeah,
of it? Oh.
yeah,
Is it more
Well,
like
then-
the inner city thing that you like?
probably,
From
and
like-
more violent, more mean. Even though it does get depressing at the same time, it's just like I felt like Breaking Bad was just like the kid friendly version.
There was some comedy in it.
No,
Yeah.
there's comedy in The Sopranos, but it's just
Yeah.
like for whatever. I just felt like Breaking Bad was just like we're playing the play it safe kind of like, even though that they kill certain like I don't want to spoil. I remember the big thing in Breaking Bad was they kill a child, which yeah. But I don't know. Breaking Bad just never really clicked with me. Same thing, Game of Thrones.
What about Saul? Did you watch Saul?
No,
Anybody
but,
else? Saul?
I've heard
I
that.
haven't
I've heard
started it.
people say that's.
Saul-
I've heard people
I
say
call
it's better
Saul.
than Breaking
I
Bad.
liked Saul
Yeah.
better than Breaking
Yeah,
Bad.
I've heard a lot of people.
Yeah,
but
say
I
that.
really
was
liked
great.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Because I want to watch The Sopranos, but I really liked like Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
If
See,
it's like that, where it's done really well, every episode is written.
And
really
once
well.
Sopranos
Yeah,
is good.
One thing,
Watch
okay,
it.
so one thing
I
I will
recommend-
give Breaking Bad, which is what I think is good about The Sopranos, they knew when to end it. I think they ended Breaking Bad well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they didn't drag it out. Same thing with Sopranos. Like they knew when to end it. That's the thing. Like I think we talked about Walking Dead. Like that's why I just even Game of Thrones. It's just they kept dragging it on. That's why I have a problem with TV shows. It's like they never know when to stop, and that's the
Well-
shitty thing. Is like because people keep watching, and you're getting like if you get that success, you're gonna keep doing it in order to garner the revenue.
They
But-
said that like Breaking Bad and Walking Dead were like in the same universe. You ever hear that theory?
probably.
I heard Malcolm in the Middle and Breaking Bad were in the same universe.
Yeah.
No, they like tie it together with the red Challenger that he gets. What's his son's name in
Oh, I
that?
did hear about that.
Walt Jr.
Yeah, and then what's the Chinese dude's name? And
Glenn?
Glenn. He's driving that Challenger, and they say it's his. And then the blue meth. Merle has blue meth,
Oh, yeah. that's
and
right.
so they try to tie it in that Walking Dead is in the same universe as Breaking Bad.
That's funny.
No way.
Sounds like some cool fan fiction.
Yeah.
And they're finding
Blue meth
things-
though, dude.
Yeah, they're finding the things that match. Wait a minute.
The writer and creator of Breaking Bad was the main writer or one of the main writers of X-Files.
Really?
I've seen a few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Did you like X-Files?
yeah, that's a good
Yeah, I
show.
used to
That's
watch
one of
all
my
the
favorite.
time.
Yeah. I remember my parents watching it. It freaked the hell out of me as a kid.
Yeah.
Scully.
Yeah, that's a great show.
I never watched that.
Oh, dude, you should watch it, man.
Mulder.
Yeah, Mulder and Scully.
One of the only episodes I've ever watched happened to have Bryan Cranston,
That's a good one.
and it's
Yeah.
just him in the back of a car
Yep,
the whole time.
that's a great-
going, oh, I don't feel good.
That's where I think
was
that
scary.
it all came from. X. Like I think because the writer, I think it's Vince Gilligan. I think he might have written that episode,
That's cool.
so it might have been where that all came from. But yeah.
Bryan Cranston was in Power Rangers.
Was
Really?
he?
Yeah.
Wait,
He's-
the show?
Yeah.
Mighty
He-
Morphin.
He was just one of the.
Mighty
Power
Morphin.
Rangers?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Was he the eye guy?
He was one of the villains?
He was one of the villains.
Wow,
yeah, he was
I
in
didn't
the
know
suit,
that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow,
That's funny.
he was also the molesting dentist on Seinfeld.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
remember that one.
Yep, yeah. But other than Soprano, I with work I haven't been able to really watch much. That's really the only thing notable that I could think of, like recently. You brought up Blair Witch Project. Have you ever seen that?
I can't remember much.
Yeah.
Of it.
Okay.
I might have seen it in theaters.
Really?
one day.
Really?
Yeah. after
Wow.
school.
That's
Shannon
awesome.
loves
I
those
barely
movies.
remember. I remember them running through the forest.
They do a lot of that.
Yeah.
That's the whole movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, no, because that Blu-ray set came out recently, and I watched. There was this whole. They put a documentary on it. And they showed all this stuff that had never been seen before,
Ooh.
and it was really fascinating.
You're saying they also, I think, color corrected or something?
No, so what they did, they'd never done this before, so they had to transfer all the video to film, and this is the first time they actually like just took the tapes and just presented it where at before, so it looks like a video instead of like processed to film. It looks pretty neat.
Did you get that?
Did you like
Oh,
Blair
yeah.
Witch?
The first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think
you
it's
didn't
great.
like any of those VHS movies I was trying to show you?
Well, no, I mean it was okay. I don't know. I'm a picky guy, but yeah. The one thing I always tell people about Blair Witch Project is like because the thing I get, I said on our review, Carlson, I reviewed it, and the one thing I get out of that movie is them arguing. It just feels so real. These like you feel like they're legit pissed off at each other, and just like the way they say things, it's like because. To keep it brief, I know a thing or two about people arguing in real life, and it's like they really nailed it.
Lost in the forest, confused.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, just
Tired.
at a
End of days.
exactly. Yes, wits end, whatever you call it. So,
Yeah.
Wits end.
yeah. Other than that, that's really about it.
Do you watch anything on Apple TV?
I don't have Apple TV.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, if you ever get it, you should binge The Lasso. That was pretty
Lasso.
good.
What's that about?
It's about an American football coach. He has a
Oh,
winning
Ted
season.
Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. I've heard a
Yeah.
lot about Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like
Okay.
an American football coach,
And
and
he
he goes over
to-
to England to coach soccer.
Right. Yeah. I've heard a lot about it. I
And
know a
then
lot of people like it.
He puts a lot of good spirited cliches to get his message across because
That's
he doesn't
cool.
know nothing about soccer
Right.
other than just coaching people. So it's a
Nice.
good people skill
Yeah,
thing.
that's
to
cool.
I've heard good
watch.
things about
And
it.
it's
Yeah, I've
kinda-
heard.
it's
I've
kinda
heard a lot of
good.
people like it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really crazy in there, but
Mm.
it's just a good show to watch. You know,
Nice.
to get out of all the soprano guns and
Yeah.
violence and all the
Yeah.
other dark stuff.
Right,
That was kind of
yeah.
cool to watch.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
I think.
I watched that maybe about 2 years ago. I just
Okay.
binged it.
And you're up on it, like you've seen all the
Yeah,
episodes. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Nice.
cool.
But yeah, we need to set up unless we want to wait for Christian to finish, and then we'll do a Sopranos talk or something. Because yeah, that'd be really awesome to talk about.
I'm down to wait. So it's not just us
Sure.
two.
Yeah. You too.
wanna-
If you want to be on that. Yeah.
Sopranos review.
And maybe Steven, if Steven hopefully doesn't take too long, we could get him on there too. That'd be fun.
I don't know why that reminded me of Louder Milk. Did you keep watching
Which
that?
one's that? I know
No, I
that
didn't
name.
get. I got like halfway through season 2.
Which one's that?
It's pretty good. It's got the guy from Office Space.
Mhm.
Ron, the main guy, right?
Yeah.
He basically runs an AA.
Okay.
Will Sasso's in it too.
Real. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, that's right.
It's pretty good.
That picture of Ted Lasso or the Lasso.
That's what
show.
reminded me of this right now.
I got Anchorman vibes off.
Oh,
really?
that's funny.
It must have been
The
the
mustache, yeah.
Yeah.
Mustache.
Ted Lasso. Yeah.
You ever watch Meet the Millers? We're the Millers?
That's a fun little movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
with
got
Jennifer
a
Aniston, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
That movie's got a few good laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Scotty P. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no Ragrits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For our end of the year 2024 show, I voted Mad Max Furiosa as my second favorite film. I put it on just to have it as background noise. Ended up sitting and enjoying the whole thing again.
You
It's
didn't
like 3 hours, 20 minutes.
Jesus Christ! You didn't see it in the theater?
Yeah, I had to
Oh.
rewatch it. It's
Oh,
on,
gotcha,
probably
okay.
like Netflix or Max.
Okay, gotcha.
That is a good ride. And then right after, it slides right into Mad Max Fury Road. So I put that one on. That one's good too.
Yeah.
But I've said it before, Fury Road's a little bit tighter, a little bit better. I might switch my opinion this
I
watch
think
through.
Furiosa is better.
I think I like Furiosa a little bit better. Some of the music hits a little harder. Some of the punchlines hit a little bit harder. A little bit more emphasis here and there. But yeah, Furiosa is just a big odyssey. It's a fun ride to sit through. And we were going to talk about Sixth Day from the year 2000. I just wanted to do a quick little recap on that one because we'll be moving on to Junior and Twins on January 25th. Sixth Day. What'd you guys think about Sixth Day, Sam?
Oh man, that was such a good movie. I really like that one. And in the beginning, it like the text they have that looks all futuristic. It's so cheesy, but it says in the not so distant future, and they show like he's FaceTiming his wife basically, and they have self-driving cars, which trip both of us out. because it was like, oh, this is gonna be cheesy. They got like hoverboards and stuff. It's like, oh no, we actually have that stuff now.
They have self-driving cars. They're using OnStar.
Yeah.
Select your destination. It's kind of
Have
cool.
you seen that Whammo video where the Whammo video? I think it's in. I'm not sure where the incident happened, but it started taking over the. It was just going in circles.
I seen that in the parking lot.
Yeah.
He's like talking
the
to
guys
guy,
on the
he's like-
phone. Yeah,
They're
reporting
like,
it.
"Can you bring up the app?" He's like, "No. Can you just make it stop?" Like,
He's like, I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Oh
trapped.
my god.
He's trapped in the car.
I'm getting dizzy. Man films Waymo self-driving car.
That's a nightmare.
it was just going in circles in the parking lot.
Okay, why is this happening to me on a Monday? I'm in a Waymo car.
On a Monday too.
This call
And
may be recorded for quality assurance.
this car is just going in circles.
Hi there, Mike. This is Gab. I'm calling from Waymo Support. I'm just calling because I received a notification that your car might be experiencing some routing issue.
And a
Please
friend
bear with me while I am.
of mine,
Yeah, I got a flight to
down
catch.
in,
Why is this thing
in
going in a
Mexico,
circle? I'm getting
and
dizzy.
just did a
It's-
Whammo ride, and it was going into the intersection of a four-way intersection, and he was like,
Oh, no.
but luckily, you know, everything worked out good. But this guy had a bad day.
Yeah.
I can't get
My
out
dad
the
was
car. Has this been hacked? What's
I
going
was
on?
like, hey, don't get stuck.
It works better on 6 day.
You can even open the door
Yeah,
and
it
get
does.
out.
I got a flight to catch.
No, I think
Yeah,
what
duck
is
and
going
roll.
in circles? I don't know.
So they lock you in.
They might. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't just get out of the car. Hey, your car's going in circles. Just let you know. Bye. Just walk away.
I'm getting a refund.
Yeah.
Just eject like GTA.
Like the Johnny Cab, huh? And,
Yeah,
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Johnny
Yeah.
Cab and Total Recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Pull up Johnny Cab.
What does he say? Like, we hope you enjoyed the ride or something like that.
Johnny Cab.
There we go.
Yo, that thing is weird.
But yeah, Sam, 6 day.
6 day is really good. Yeah, and Arnold's a family man in this one again, but his family's in danger, not dead. And it just like played with a lot of fun concepts of cloning and the ethics of all that. So I don't know, it was a really fun one. I liked it a lot.
What'd you think, Shelby?
Yeah, I liked this one a bit better, I think, than End of Days, which I don't know why that title never sticks in my head. I think because I had looked it up to also like read more about it, and then it was like, oh, technically it's End of Days, not The End of Days or something. And like, yeah, I don't know, can never get the title straight. But I thought it was, more comedic. I liked the kind of cheesy one-liners that he would sometimes have, and I liked the. What do they call, like, the simpal or the doll? And like when they're when it's like she's getting dragged, she's like and the little noises, and like the head gets blown off and she's still making like the little, it was just kind of funny, those little touches.
I have a boo-boo.
Yeah.
It was just kind of funny. And it was nice to see, like, I think I kind of touched on it a little bit before, but to see him care a lot about, like in the movie, his wife and his daughter, and like just wanting to make sure everyone was safe, taken care of. And yeah, just like Sam was saying too, interesting kind of discussion about ethics or morality around like cloning and medical. And again, it kind of feels like, I guess, or maybe not again, but it's kind of like talking about technology as a positive and also the negative potential repercussions of it, and maybe almost like an anxiety, because this was also around the same time as Y2K, and like, maybe the anxieties people had about technology, like which I think we're kind of experiencing now too, in a way, with like AI and different things. It's like, is this, it might be good in certain ways, other ways it might be like, is this detrimental? So it's interesting.
You brought up like great, or it being quotable. Did you ever see the Arnold's video of him talking about stogies?
I don't think I have. Yeah.
Well, he brings up the stogies in this one too. And
Oh, he
he's
does?
with his wife in the garage.
Yeah, because tobacco's outlawed in this.
Yeah, they
in
said
this
it's illegal
world.
to smoke. Yeah.
Which I think I heard. Was it Biden said he might on his way out outlaw tobacco altogether? That's kind of crazy.
Really? Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Oh.
Because
Are
they
you
already got
kidding
rid of all
me?
the flavored stuff. They got rid of vapes.
Is this the movie where he was looking into his house window
And saw himself.
and then he saw the clone hanging out with his family, right?
Family.
This is the one, right? Okay,
We used to say
yeah,
that all the time,
yeah,
too.
that one always. I was
Yeah.
like,
My
what the
house,
heck?
my birthday cake with my family. Yeah.
That reminded me too. I liked the little I don't know what you'd
Does he
call
wear
like
these glasses in the movie? You know, this might be on the set of the movie.
Oh, I wonder.
I think
Does he
like
wear those glasses in the movie?
No.
Like
This is definitely like, I'm sorry, but this video has to be from like this 99 2000 era.
definitely. I liked Michael Rappaport. I had almost
What?
forgot
He's
his
in it?
character. He
What?
was very young. He
Oh.
looked so different. It was like he was probably 30 or something.
I'll have to. I need to rewatch this.
It was
Golden Boy himself.
Yeah.
And then just his little. I don't know what you would call her. I
What
don't
is
know,
he-
like
what's his role in it?
the sex
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger's best friend,
simulation
dude.
thing.
you gotta watch
whatever
this one.
was funny. Yeah,
What do you like a? Oh God.
like
Oh
a
my God.
virtual sex companion, whatever you
Yeah.
call her.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
just funny.
The hologram.
Yeah,
The
the
Hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
fat
that
woman.
was good. Oh, and then Arnold goes and lays down in the chair too, and she's like, "I'm a one-man woman" or whatever. And it's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Okay, you gotta see this if you've never seen it. It's Arnold. I guess he's doing an interview.
It's like they were just like bored on the back set or something. I don't know. Maybe it's post interview. I have no idea.
Because after dinner, everyone ought to have a cigar. So I tried it. Well, the rest is history. I'm still smoking stogies. I love it. And he introduced me to something really good. And I know now the next question. Knowing you, being the interviewer that you are, digging in deep all the time, you will say now, what does your wife think about that? Let me ask you something. When my wife's father has introduced me to stogies, what is she going to say? She's not going to say my father made a mistake, because her father never makes a mistake. So therefore, it is okay. I can smoke stogies around her. I can smoke stogies in my house. First of all, because her father introduced me to stogies. And second of all, because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
like maybe a little buzzed or something. Like it's so funny.
That's the best.
So fucking
That's
funny.
him. That's him off screen.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
He rules.
Well, what he actually made them make a smoking room at the Capitol.
Really? That's
Really?
funny.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
We were just at the Capitol like a month ago. We took my work took a little trip there because
Oh,
we're right
that's cool.
there, and I totally missed his portrait.
Oh,
It's like at the
Yeah.
top of the staircase. I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, I
Unless
totally missed it.
they move it around all the time.
I was
how
walking
about
around.
when you went there, Carlos, to the Capitol? What
yeah,
happened?
when I worked there. That was when all the protests were happening
That's
in
so
2020.
crazy.
Yeah.
There used to be a cigar place right across from the Capitol, like a cigar
Really?
store.
Oh.
Do you think it was Arnold's that influenced that? Because it closed down in COVID. I think it
Oh,
was.
wow.
Yeah.
Where
But-
do you know like where like on Capitol Mall? Was it on Capitol Mall?
It was on L
Okay.
and 10th or
Oh,
close.
interesting.
No, it was whatever, like a block down from 10th.
Do you guys remember when the truck driver drove into the Capitol?
Yep.
They were talking about that. I don't remember. This happened
No.
like what 20 years ago.
I
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
it was
do
in
not.
the 90s.
Oh, if it was in the 90s, then
Early
yeah.
90s.
Oh,
I think
okay.
she was just a baby.
Then no. Yeah, no. I don't know anything of why. Was he protesting? He's
Look it up.
like
Look it up.
yeah.
Look it up.
I know one of the Manson family, one of the
Yeah.
Manson girls tried to kill I think it was Gerald Ford. He was up here doing something and she tried to kill him.
I remember hearing about the marble worker. Somebody was telling me like the marble worker is getting paid like $200 something an hour
Governor David.
to work.
Huh.
Yeah, this was 2001.
2001. Okay, I don't remember this at all.
I
Was
think
it before or after 9/11?
Man, really?
I think it was
thought it was earlier
before.
than that.
January 17th.
Oh wow.
2001.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever found out what
I
was
thought it
wrong
earlier
though.
than that. It wasn't the same year as 9/11, was it?
I guess this says otherwise.
But yeah, he went out around the Capitol a couple times and then just rammed
Someone
into it.
said, "My God, I thought they were bombing the Capitol," and then Little did they know later in the year.
I
Not the
mean-
capital, but
I mean, you know, think about it.
That's
I mean,
fucking
like,
crazy,
it
dude.
probably could have been worse. You know, the guy could have been like Timothy. You know,
McVeigh.
McVeigh, full of
Have
manure.
they
back
made
there.
a documentary on that? That they need to do one on that. That
Isn't
shit's
he
pretty
just,
crazy.
the guy with the self-driving Cybertruck or whatever.
Right?
Just
Yeah.
recently.
Yep.
Crazy. Sixth Day though.
Sixth Day.
Did you say there's a good line in that? Did you bring it up?
Oh, I don't
It's
remember.
like you should make a clone of you. Why? So you could go fuck yourself.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
That is
Yeah.
good.
Good one.
And then at the end, the clone fell on top of the CEO.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't mean like this, but
I didn't mean literally.
yeah, I didn't mean literally.
I don't remember that. That's funny.
So funny. How'd you like Sixth Day?
Yeah.
January 6th. Oh,
Oh my god.
I know, huh? Yeah, the 6th day, January 6th. Sammy brought up a funny point about the stogies because that seemed to be something that kept going on in the movie. It's weird that during that scene where he's watching himself, his clone with his wife, she's like, "Oh, I have your stogies," and he kept talking, "Oh, I have my stogies. This is great." And I guess he was getting turned on from that, or she was saying, "Oh, these stogies have an effect on you," yada yada. So later on in the movie, when she's blindfolded, taken with her daughter, she's snatched out of her house. She's brought to some kind of house somewhere. She's not a house. It was like the CEO's building. And she's in a waiting room, blindfolded, being watched by one of the guards. She says, when she's saved by Adam, Arnold Schwarzenegger, she says, "This had nothing to do with the stogies, does it?"
Oh, yeah.
Like, you really think that being blindfolded and do all this, like, what was in those stogies? Yeah. She was really focused on those stogies
That's funny.
all the way up to the end where she's blindfolded. She's like, "Oh my God, those stogies." And Carla, she was saying they were outlawed in the movie, so maybe that's why she was
Yeah.
like, "What was going on with those damn cigars, man?" Now I'm blindfolded here. I don't even know if he ever told her about the whole cloning situation at all. Did he ever explain to his wife at all what was going on?
Oh yeah, because I think at the end the clone says, "Thanks for letting me see my daughter," and he like snuck over there and said bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
just
think he
didn't-
left for like a long voyage or something, right? Like
They split up, yeah.
6-month tour or something like that. He's taking
He's
off.
moving to Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did think that movie was pretty cool. It kind of.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Ian.
Is the consensus you all say you prefer 6th Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
It is limited because of its rating. It doesn't go. There's
That's what
one
I-
F word.
Right. The fuck yourself line.
Yeah.
That's
there's-
what I thought was weird about that. I wonder why they went with PG-13 with that movie.
Well, surprisingly, there's a lot of shootouts still.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
But they were lasers. I guess they weren't bullets. Maybe that's where it
Okay.
counted.
Well, I
Not-
mean,
no
they probably
bullet.
they probably just wanted more money, but I don't know. I always thought that was weird.
They were playing to an audience too,
Yeah.
a family audience maybe.
Huh.
I don't think there was any blood, like at all in that.
Probably not. Yeah. Well, regardless, I'll have to. I now I really want to check it out.
Yeah.
It was a cool movie. It brought into question a lot of the things of like the ethics and the morals of should you clone a pet? If your pet
Yeah.
dies and you want to just bring that pet
Yeah.
back,
Yes.
Yeah.
is it for the pet or is it for you? Then when you have
Right.
like your partner dies, and are you gonna now
Yeah.
reclone, her or them?
Yeah.
And then, so that question kind of
Yes,
comes up.
partner.
But
Maybe.
it kind of comes up because the assumption the whole time is that clone. So let's say you die in a car crash, your thoughts and everything are being taken from your eyes, and they're recorded in a disc, and then that disc is uploaded into the clone. The clone has your memories and everything, but does it have your consciousness? So when you die, that clone comes back, and they're actually just living your life for you. It's not still your spark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good
episode
point.
Of Black Mirror, is that what that show's called?
Ooh, I bet.
Probably.
I seen an episode where her boyfriend dies, and it starts off as a phone call. It like takes all his Facebook
Yeah.
and makes an AI thing, and so she's able to talk to her boyfriend again on the phone. And then like the next step up, and it's the same thing of what you're talking about, and she ends up like they make a clone of him, and she gets with them and like has sex with them, and then all of a sudden it's like he's just basically saying what she wants to hear, and it's not him. There's no argument
Yeah.
back and all that. It's not him anymore. Now it's just the exact argument you're making. It's they're living their life. They're not living their own life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen that episode too. There's a few of them I have seen. I think that's the same series that has like a girl's or a woman's soul in like a teddy bear or someone's trapped in a
Oh
teddy bear.
yeah, and the hologram.
Yeah, in that room with the different boxes.
Yeah, yep,
It's,
yep.
like, it's like a museum. Okay, I might have seen that episode.
You guys remember the Star? It's not actually Star Trek, but it's like their version of Star Trek.
Yeah, with that one guy from Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Saul Goodman?
No.
Which
What's
guy
his
from
name
Breaking
in
Bad?
Breaking? Well, the actor's name is Jesse Plemons.
He was the one that.
Oh, him.
What's his name in Breaking Bad?
No, not Jesse. The Black Mirror episode.
No. The actor's name is Jesse Plemons.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
But what's his name in Breaking Bad? Todd or something?
Todd. Yep, Todd.
Yeah, Todd. Yeah. Anyway, and it's
You've seen all of Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the one that shoots the kid.
Yes.
On the dirt bike.
But in the episode, like he has this like virtual reality thing where he's like basically Captain Kirk in Star Trek, but he like gets like his like coworkers like DNA and puts them in the whatever like system he's using to do this.
I think I've seen that. Is he walking on some kind of platform and moving around to operate the?
It just
no.
The
it's
only
just
way I
like
can think is like Star Trek.
Like he passes out,
and yeah, it's
type
like a
thing.
VR kind of headset
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it was okay.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, it was a decent enough.
There's the one with
episode.
Miley Cyrus where she was
seen
making
that.
pop songs of Nine Inch Nails songs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like,
no way.
Yeah, but it's like pop songs. But I was like, this is the Nine Inch Nails song. What the hell?
Which Nine Inch Nails song do you remember?
Down before.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, it
Had,
was
like,
that
a
one.
long-
But it was that same melody, but it was a different. There's two of them in there. The director of that episode picked it specifically because he likes Nine Inch Nails, and
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Okay, this is really just fucking.
Shannon found out she didn't. I took her to a Nine Inch Nails, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm so excited! I love Nine Inch Nails." And then we took her there. She was like,
Wait,
"I don't know any of these songs."
What? That's
And
crazy.
she was like, "I guess I was a poser Nine Inch Nails fan." Like, and I was like,
what's that? Small Soldiers. We ever talked about that movie, Small Soldiers?
Is that with the Gorgonites and the
Yes.
toys?
Yeah.
Yeah. The
That's. I
commandos and
remember.
Gorgonites.
I think that was my introduction. They get a nail gun and they shoot one of the
Kurt
dads. or
Russell?
I forget.
Yeah,
Phil
yeah, he's in
Hartman. Wait, Kurt Russell?
I think so.
Yeah,
No, Kurt Russell's not in it.
No, it's the guy from Men in Black. I think.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah,
Yep.
Tommy
Yeah,
Lee
it
Jones
is.
is the
Yes.
voice.
Yeah.
What are the Commando Elite?
Yeah, and it is Phil Hartman, the dad. I
He's
think
one of the dads.
Yeah.
I forget if he shoots Phil Hartman or he might shoot the kid
in the thigh or something.
and he
like
goes
that.
like, "What's the matter, kid? You don't like Nine Inch Nails?" I didn't get it as a kid, and then later, oh, it's a band.
David Cross is in there.
That's right.
Yes, that's right,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah, I can never get into that. That's another movie I wanted to get into so much, and I could never get into it.
Same director as Gremlins.
With the one we,
I was
that's
getting
a cool
confused.
one.
Toy Soldiers
the one we
and Small
met.
Soldiers.
Yeah.
The Jay Moore's in there.
Yeah, it's quite the cast. That's like one of the last movies Phil Hartman I think ever did, or anything he ever did, unfortunately. But anyway, cool
Yeah.
band, Nine Inch Nails.
That's a cool ass movie, and so I wonder if we die, do you think you guys are going to become like if that were to happen in a world where you're cloned? Do you think that when when everything goes black, you wake up in the clone's body, or is the clone waking up and just living a whole new life for you, kind of thing? And so I think the CEO even realizes that kind of at the end, which is an interesting kind of line. So you think that the clone's going to be just like you, maybe?
See, but that's the I think so the movie presents it that like
That's a crazy one.
Yeah.
There was a movie. What's his name? The guy who played Beetlejuice, right?
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Oh,
Multiplicity.
Multiplicity.
Hi, Steve.
Our buddy
And
Austin.
then he kept on cloning
just,
himself.
just,
Yeah.
just
Things went
was
And then
trying-
the
I've
the
never
clones
seen
made
it,
clones.
But
Things went
our buddy
crazy,
Austin
yeah.
was just talking about this. In that movie, it's like
It's
each
great.
clone is like a different kind
Yeah,
of.
Yeah.
different kind
Oh,
of
wow.
person. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
because
And then
it's
the
like-
clones get tired of doing his work, so the clones made a clone off of a
Yeah,
clone,
that's
and it's
the-
all retarded.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Whoa.
And he's like putting pizza in his wallet.
Oh, that's
He's
fucking
like,
hilarious. Saving it for later.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, you know, because
gotta
it's
see
like,
that.
why would you expect like a clone to like, because it's like your
No,
clone,
you,
like,
your
like your
experiences.
your
Yeah.
clone is gonna get like a whole other like it's hard to explain.
I mean,
like-
he's already 28-year-old person, I guess, right? If you clone it to grow up, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like, how do you like? You
different
can't expect your
experiences.
clone to like get the exact experiences that you do. Your clone's gonna get a whole other experience on life just because it's a whole other entity.
Yeah.
And there's a question of the soul. Does it have a soul?
Yeah, exactly.
Any of you guys watch Westworld?
Oh
Yeah,
Not yet.
yeah.
I've
He
been
lent
told
me
to.
the first season, but I like the movie.
I haven't seen the movie.
You might not like. You probably wouldn't like the movie.
Uh.
I like the movie.
It's 70s, right?
Yeah.
Yul Brynner's character.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanna watch
yeah.
it.
He's a scary dude in that.
How far did you get in Westworld?
Is it over?
I started the
Are they
third
still making
season.
it? Or is
No,
it
they only
done?
made 4 seasons, and then that's it.
good. I'm glad that they.
But I don't know
didn't
if they
drag
ended it or
on.
not. I haven't finished it.
Well,
I
if
got into the 3rd season.
Can you
and
look
then
it
I-
up, Carlos? See if
I
it's still
haven't.
going
I
on.
think I made it to the end of the 3rd season.
Yeah.
Westworld.
But they had a whole clone thing too in that, right? With
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, it's still
the
going
guy
on.
who was cloning himself in that room.
Season
The-
5, it might not be happening. It says.
That's.
And he kept like doing the
same.
same tasks every day, and they kill him and then clone him again, and he kept going to visit him or something. I forget. It's been a minute since I watched it.
Is that Bernard?
Bernard.
It was the old guy,
That's who
and
I
he
was
was in
gonna
the room. And he didn't realize he was a clone. He just thought he was part of, but he didn't realize that. I forget what it was.
That's probably Bernard. I would argue though. So we're asking all these
No,
questions in
wasn't
6 Day. I mean, the beginning it introduces the bill, the 6 Day bill. Everything went wrong after
On
they
Capitol
cloned
Hill?
that human. So cloning is outlawed. So we're asking, is it okay to clone pets? Is it okay to clone humans? And I don't know if we answer the question at the end, because after we blasted all the CEOs who might be evil for cloning, it's illegal after all. We still have the dog that's cloned, and Arnold's still alive. He doesn't like sacrifice himself like Terminator. He doesn't go down in the lava and sacrifice himself. He decides to continue to live. He's like, okay, we beat the bad guys. I'm gonna live out my life as a clone. I guess everything's okay.
Yeah. Maybe look at real life. Seacrest, he's everywhere.
Oh my god.
Oh, Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan
That's
Seacrest.
funny.
He's everywhere.
Wasn't he at the New Year's thing this year?
I'm sure he was.
Yeah, I thought I
He's
saw him pop up
everywhere.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a happy ending because Arnold gets to go live out his life in Argentina, which might be limited because he coded diseases into all of the clones as insurance. So
What is this, Jurassic Park? Like the
Mhm.
lysine deficiency, so that if they ever leave the island, they're gonna die because they don't get their lysine injection. or whatever?
Exactly, yeah.
That's
or you have cancer loaded
crazy.
into your DNA.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Pretty cool concept,
Wow.
but I don't know if it answers the question.
I don't think it
Is
ever did.
ethical? Yeah,
Because he just then asked the CEO, like, who are you to play God kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I guess he saved the day, but
Yeah.
did he ever save the day? Because the CEO, oh, go ahead, Carlos.
Oh no, go ahead.
The CEO, when he gets shot and then he has himself cloned and he pulls the thing over and he gets the clone to wake up or whatever. Before he's even dead, the clone starts to take his clothes off.
Yeah.
And then the CEO is like, wait, you're not even going to wait till I die? Because the CEO thought, oh, the clone would be just like me, but he wasn't the same person anymore.
Well, that's what the clone says. He says, "Wouldn't you do that?"
Yeah,
Wouldn't
yeah,
you
that's
take the
right.
clothes
Yeah,
off my
that's
body.
Funny. Out of curiosity,
That's
who plays the
interesting.
CEO in this movie?
Oh man, he looks like a Steve Jobs kind of dude.
He does.
6 Day.
I like the interactions between the two clones of Arnold because he seemed like he's like irritated because the guy's in his mind he's like, you're sleeping with my wife, but then he like really likes himself
this dude. Okay.
because he's
Huh.
like
Interesting.
they're trying to figure out how much aluminum to put in. They're teasing each other. It's like it's funny.
Yeah.
Aluminum and what?
And those bombs, those
Right,
white phosphorus,
yeah.
whatever that was.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh yeah, just like we did in the Amazon War." So I guess they were fighting down in South America or
It's
something
when,
at one
no,
point.
it's when Jeff Bezos finally rose up. They had to fight back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the not so distant future.
Yes.
That reminds me the banter you're saying between like the two Arnolds. So you guys know those Razzie Awards
Mhm.
for like
Oh.
goofiness, something.
Yeah.
And so this movie won the Razzie Award for Worst Actor, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
It won the Razzie Award for Worst Supporting Actor, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Ah!
And then it won the award for Worst Couple in a Movie,
Them.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's
Because they were
funny.
clones of him.
That's good.
I never agree with those. Some of my favorite movies have been nominated for Razzie Awards.
Blair Witch.
I don't know. I don't think that one did, but like
She won like a bunch of terrible awards, and
Oh,
it
did
really
she-
hurt her.
did
like,
she?
self-esteem?
I thought those were just reviews. I don't think she ever actually. What was it? Awards? Maybe it was awards
I think so,
actually.
for worst actress of the
Maybe.
year or something like that.
I know Stallone. Stallone always got them.
Oh really?
Which I think's horseshit.
Oh.
That's just me.
But yeah, we got AI girlfriends now, just like in this movie.
Oh,
We
this is a
got-
really good Michael Rooker. This is a really good cast.
Yeah, it's good cast. Yeah.
And the guy from The Walking Dead is in there. Merle, I think it is.
Oh, really?
Joker, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Michael
him.
Ritter. Yeah. I
Terry
forgot- I was thinking of
Crews is one of
Herschel.
the
I was thinking of
muscles.
Herschel. Terry Crews? God damn.
Robert Duvall.
Wow.
Terry Crews' first movie he was in.
I thought Robert Duvall. I got a side profile of him. I was like, they got Rudy Giuliani in this movie.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
He's leaking oil, clone
That's
oil.
funny. They briefly bring up Giuliani in End of Days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like on a news broadcast or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, one of those radio things.
Mayor
Yeah.
Giuliani,
Yep,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
I thought those helicopters were hella cool. Those double X.
Yes. And he has like a remote
Yeah.
pilot thing on his wrist.
Oh.
So
It turns into a jet.
I really need to
Yeah.
rewatch this.
yeah, kind of like drones, kind of can control.
That's right. Yeah,
those.
yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah,
The drones.
yeah. It's all coming true.
Did they look
Watch
like
the 6th day.
The Jersey drones. Or what?
Yeah, Jersey drones. Yeah, I recommend 6th Day. That one definitely. I think you were saying this one's an underrated film. 6th
Yeah.
Day is definitely underrated.
It was an odd period for his career.
hmm
Yeah, he was like post Terminator, like just about to be governor. It was an odd time for him, but at the same time, kind of overlooked.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I recommend it. You guys, what would you rate it? Real quick.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
3.75.
Nice.
Okay.
3 3/4.
Mhm.
I would say 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. It ticks a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
It really does. The story's good. It might be cheesy a little bit, but maybe not cheesy. It's written really well. You know, it follows a good formula, and I
Yeah.
think the questions it brings up are pretty interesting too.
It kind of feels Matrixy in the costuming, especially in the female goon. She has like the hair cut like a bowl, but she also colors it a lot.
She makes a comment about it when her her clone is remade. She's like, "Oh my god, I just spent a bunch of money on my hair. I have to get it redone."
Yeah.
She had that Trinity kind of vibe, kind of thing.
Yeah. That was her
Early
thing.
2000s. I do love these movies. That era.
A holographic clothing, this metallic kind of clothing and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. 6th Day. All right. That was fun, guys.
Yeah.
That was fun. Great way to kick off 2025. We will be skipping next weekend, but after that, January 25th, we're going to do our double feature, Junior and Twins. A crazy comedy duo.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito. It's going to be a blast.
One I really liked and one I really didn't like. And we'll find out which is which, I guess.
Cool.
I already know.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know.
My twin said she wants to be on.
Oh,
on that
definitely.
one.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. All right, guys. Everybody, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought about End of Days, what you've been watching.
And the end of days.
We'll catch you all for more Arnold Schwarzenegger coming up, guys. Get ready. Laters.
What?